Welcome back, everybody. The next episode of Reditus. We're on episode 85. So let's go with the recap from last week. Last week, Ligo pulled Mastos from Arocan and brought him to Dunaman, which was now completely destroyed. His village was reduced to ash and bone, his sacred tree a charred husk, with the archdruid's corpse fused into it. Mastos took the druid's staff before being shown to the waterfall. At the falls, a massive pile of bodies fed a pool of blood below, cycling endlessly back into the corpses. A metal rod was embedded at the top in the corpse. Through one of the dead, Mastos confirmed the truth, powered onto this. And from the blood rose a female entity, matching Elion's sketch that he did from his vision. She claimed the dead as hers and moved to attack, but Ligo pulled Mastos just in time. Back in Arocan, the group regrouped and set out to Grimlore, aiming to infiltrate the Crimson Arc. Traveling through the night, Trey guided them along the safest southern route and helped Elion improve his riding skills. By morning, they camped in the forest as the Centaurian Brigade passed by but did not engage the camp. Before leaving, Jak checked the supplies he'd ordered, finding a note attached. This is the most amazing adventuring item I've ever seen. We'll be right back to see what it is.
Through shattered lands and broken sky, the keys ignite, the lost must rise. Bound by fate, by blood, by steel, a world forgotten, a truth concealed. Heartless, forged in flame and dust, a heart of gears, a soul to trust. Jak the hunter, silent keen, a shadow's wrath, the watcher unseen. Darius speaks with silver tongue, a tale half truth, a song unsung. Mastos walks where wild winds call upon, to earth, to beast, to all. ATLADS rise, the night is long, through fate and fire, standing strong. His awakened shadows call, one by one the mighty fall. The mighty fall.
All right, welcome back. So to catch you guys up exactly where you are, you guys made camp by a small stream, just some water coming out of a side of a hill with a rock. You guys had set up camp early in the morning as you travel through the night. So waking up now, it's around 3 p.m. ish. Everybody getting ready to go, horses together, and Jak finally looking inside the backpack that was delivered to him before leaving. That was on Trey's horse. So Jak, yeah, you lift this out, and this note, as you peel off this kind of folded piece of, looks like almost linen or cloth, is folded up, and this note upon it from the owner of the store.
You're so cruel.
Yes, saying that this is the most amazing adventure item she'd ever seen, in compensation for not being able to get your equipment to you as quickly as you would have hoped. What do you do?
He will see what it is.
Yeah, you look at it, and it's like a square sheet of cloth. It's about a foot in length, and you can see as you kind of like open up one piece of it, there's more, and there's more, and it seems to keep opening. You continue to open it?
Yes.
Okay. You keep continuing to open, and as you do, this thing opens out to 10 feet by 10 feet. It's like, almost like a big, massive sheet when you unfold it all. It's a huge 10 foot by 10 foot square.
Huh.
You're just holding it, looking at it. It's kind of like draping over you. It's so big.
Jak kind of like doesn't really know what to do with it, and he kind of puts it on his back like a cape. He kind of holds it over himself. And then he's just like, does anyone know what this is?
What do we see?
So you see it's white in color. Well, it's kind of gray. Like it's almost like a dirty white. But it looks almost like a sheet that is being just folded down into a small section. And now Jak is just holding this. Looks almost like a perfectly square bed sheet tied around his back.
If you want, I can take a look at it. But you have to bring it in the dome. I did cast the dome, right? We're still there.
It's dissipated. You guys had your
Okay.
long rest and everything.
We woke
Which
up
everybody
then?
can
Okay.
mark off if you have not already.
Excellent.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can look at it. I mean, if we're in a hurry, I can look at it like immediately, but I don't think we're in that big of a hurry.
Jak like just letting it like a large train basically behind him as he just kind of like walks over to him. Jak is going to attempt to see what it is as he takes it over to Darius. Well, actually, while Darius is looking at it, he is going to try to see if he can tell what it is as well.
Okay. Roll an Arcana for me.
Ah, yes.
Do I have any recollection of what I'm looking at?
Any inkling?
Yeah.
You can roll. If you want to get up close to it, you can roll investigation. If you kind of just want to watch it from a distance, roll an Arcana for me.
4.
4. Okay, excellent.
I will watch from a distance.
Okay.
But if I can't glean what it is, then I'm gonna probably be interested in walk closer.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, 24.
24. Excellent.
Yeah, it's +7 for Arcana. So
Awesome. Yeah, Jak, as you carry it over and you're kind of glancing at it, down at it again, you're like, this feels pretty crappy for like a sheet. But you don't know. Looks like a sheet. Elion, as you watch him go by, kind of get a glimpse of the outer bindings of this sheet along the edge. You can see that the threading just a little bit different, and you can see there's actually almost when you picture how you kind of write your spells in your book and how you read the spells and the language and the flow that comes with that, you can almost see this appear around the edges of this sheet. Nothing in the interior, around the edges of it all. There's some type of arcanic, almost stitching, representative of words along the edge.
I will, once I clock that, I will immediately walk over and investigate that stitching further.
Jak, as you're walking
I'm
over
gonna,
to
like,
Darius.
zone in. I'm not even gonna acknowledge anyone else.
Okay, yeah. As you're walking over, Jak, you just notice that Elion is fast approaching you.
Jak kind of like flaps his arms and takes off further or faster to go get some Darius. He's going for it.
Elion, Jak is trying to run away from you, flapping his pretend.
It's not making me faster.
Jak, stop, please.
Jak like freezes and then he T-poses, like holding it out, so it's like draping down his arms.
There's something interesting I've noticed. Do you mind if I take a look?
Sure.
I will inspect further.
Okay, roll investigation for me.
22.
Awesome. So yeah, as you inspect further and kind of going over more detail of this stitching, and you notice that when you start to kind of pull the edges straight, you can almost feel it click into place. Not physically, but the magical essence that's weaving throughout the edge. You kind of find as you pull each edge, you just know that this magical, whatever incantation, whatever magical essence is in this, the edge needs to be straight for it to be active. Darius, you watch him do this. He's just kind of pulling it separate and looking at the different pieces of the edge.
Jak,
Just let him do his thing.
I would maybe suggest taking this off right now.
And Jak will kind of just like flip it off his arms and it'll just kind of fall down to his feet.
I'm going to lift it in my hands and I'm going to cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay. Yeah, you release the incantation. It almost feeds into the sheet, and you get this immediate visual of the outside of it being extremely bright, and now the interior, the sort of the sheet, if you will, on the inside also has a glow as well.
Do I get an idea of what kind of magic it is?
Yeah, let me look it up for you. You and your types
Or you
of
just
magic.
tell me what it does.
I'm not the only one who has to Google stuff in the middle of the game. Hooray!
Types of magic. Do you know what abjuration does and conjuration and okay, so yeah, we'll do it this way.
Yes.
So yeah, as you get this sense of the magic almost feeding back into you, you pushing your magic, it feeding back into you, you get this feeling of connection that you understand to be not the power of teleportation as such, but the power of movement to a different dimension.
Okay. I'm going to. You see, I'm starting to thread things together, and I say, "Hold on," and I will open my book and I will bring out my raven, and I will whisper to it to sit quietly on the ground, and I will gather the sheet and I will pass a corner to each person nearest to me, and then I will instruct them to spread it out straight, sharp, lay it over.
Do we really need to do trial and error? I can just determine what this is.
Does it matter if we keep it straight, or do we put it taut, or
Keep it taut.
get it wrinkled?
No, let's keep it straight. So essentially, who's here? Is Mastos with us technically?
Mastos is, yeah, he's getting the Oaken Shadow ready for travel. He's
Okay.
there. He's watching.
All right. So, I'll guide everyone to lay it straight over top of my raven.
Okay. And I did give the dimension incorrect. I said 10 feet. It's 6 feet in diameter. My bad.
Is it 6 foot?
Still, yeah.
Okay. Well, that changes everything.
I thought so.
He gives up.
So your
Get a
raven's
horse.
sitting in the middle, and you're kind of placing it on top of the raven and pulling it out. The sheet out. That was
Pulling the
okay.
sheet out? What do you mean?
Like
Sorry.
straightening it out, like each.
Yeah,
each
straightening
upper
it
edge.
out so that it's as straight as possible. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys pull it out straight, kind of grab a corner each and lay it down, and you can see that it sits down. You can see the lump of the raven underneath as it stays steady there. And Elion, you can tell that the exterior magics, the incantation, whatever is stored there, is active, but that magic that detect magic you put in the center, you can tell that the interior of this sheet has not activated for some reason. Something stopping it from fully completing.
I really thought that would work. Right, Darius, you're up. I will just sit down in front of the sheet and ponder what I'm missing.
I will just cast Identify.
Okay. Yeah, you put your hands on the edge of the sheet, and you say your words, you play your lute. How are you performing this magic spell?
Oh, don't make me be creative while I'm trying to make my baby not cry. That's not fair.
Okay, that's fair.
What would you sing your baby?
You guys watch as he pulls out his lyre that he hasn't used in a long time, and he runs his fingers along it, remembering back when he used to do nothing but play this almost on a daily basis. Everything that's been happening up until now rushing through his brain. He pushes it aside for a second, lets his fingers just trail down the strings. Ding, 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 ding. As he touches the cloth below. Darius, you immediately connect with this and understand that this is a portable hole. The sheet that you can place as long as it is flat on the ground. It will activate, and a 10-foot deep, it's essentially like a bag of holding that can be opened and closed.
The thing they had in campaign 3, right?
Maybe.
It's described differently, but it's
Yeah.
the same idea, I'm assuming. Well, it's hard to explain. It's kind of like a bag of holding, except it's like a sheet of holding. If you place it flat on the ground, it should open a dimensional space. It basically gives us a hole we can store things in. It'll be like a bag of holding. When we close it up, there will be a limited amount of oxygen. If we put living things in there, they have a limited amount of time for however long they can hold the breath. But yeah.
So don't use it as a blanket.
Well, you could just make sure it doesn't go flat while you're using it as a blanket, or you could fall
Right.
into it.
Don't lay on the flat sheet. That's
Yes.
right.
If you use it as a blanket, you should be fine.
I would probably advise against it just to be on the safe side.
So
I
how do
mean,
I get stuff out of it if I put something in it?
Well, I
Lay
mean,
it
we could
flat
try
and
to lay
open
it down flat and
Ah, now we're thinking about it. How
Have
do
I
I
ever
get in
heard
it?
of a portable hole? Like,
Roll history.
Jesus is guiding me. History. 21.
Amazing.
21, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, you have heard of this. You've never seen one before. Extremely rare item. You haven't heard of anybody owning one before, but you've definitely read about them. They've been used for many purposes. Like a notable purpose was way back whenever the transporting large or heavy items from one area to another, putting it inside of one of these holes essentially made it the weight of the sheet itself. So that's the main use that you're aware of it, but obviously it can be used for many things.
Am I aware of any potential dangers of a portable hole?
You're aware of dangers in general with extra dimensional items. Yeah, the multiplication of dimensions within each other. You're aware of such catastrophes that could happen with magics like this.
Okay.
So actually, Darius is going to turn. I don't know if this would be a thing, but I know if you stick a bag of holding inside a bag of holding, then it causes bad things. If we were to put me in there with the bag of holding, would it do the same thing?
I wouldn't risk putting
Yeah,
any
let's not find out.
dimensional device within another
Well,
dimensional
considering-
pocket. It's
That eliminates any plans that. I mean, there were some cool things we could do with that.
yeah. If you want
But
to
I
end up
think-
on the other side of a tear in reality,
I'm pretty sure it would just explode us outward, but I was just thinking if we ever needed to infiltrate somewhere, we could all jump in there, but all of us, I'm pretty sure, have some type of dimensional bag. Except
I
Jack.
don't.
But you would be the one carrying us, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, I could just carry all your bags of holding.
That's fair. That's a good. Yep. Okay. So yeah, it could work still.
And Jack will start folding it up, and then he'll take a minute to make sure he does it correctly, so he gets it to the small sheet of fabric that he had a minute ago.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me, please.
Ooh, something I'm good at. Perfect. 21.
21. Expertly done, my friend. You fold it up to the exact same size. It is 1 foot in size. It's kind of like as small as you can kind of fold it up without it kind of unfolding itself. Yeah, perfectly done.
Sweet. He puts it in his bag.
oh great! Forgot you didn't have a bag. I'm like,
Wait.
Jack gets sucked in.
Jack's just boots are left there.
He just implodes. Yeah, add a portable hole to your inventory if you have not already.
Thank you. Nice. Now I have a cool bag. For a portable hole.
The handkerchief.
All right. Well, it's dark outside, right?
No, it is like 3 p.m.
Perfect. All right. Time to continue on.
Yes, whoever was leading the way, lead the way.
It's definitely not me.
I got it. And Jack will call out for Reen to arrive and mount up.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'm going to turn to Jack and say, Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. Jack, lead us the right way. Don't be a nitwit. And I will give him bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Excellent. How long does that last?
It's 10 minutes, but
Sweet.
at
I'll
least your
need
first
it.
check you can use it on.
Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't take long for Reen to fly in from wherever she was. You woke up, she wasn't there. But yeah, she flies in absolutely, comes to your side, kind of leans down, kind of rubs her neck up against you and gestures for you to hop on.
Yeah. Jack will give her a nice patting pet behind the horns and jump up on her. And he'll turn to everybody. Are you ready to get moving?
That's Darius on his horse.
Rawhide.
Mastos actually is on his horse already. Oak and Shadow, he walks down. Just a moment. He pulls out. He's got something in his hand, and you see him kind of like tip his head down and opens his hands and gestures some good berries for everyone.
And Jack will move his imaginary reins on Reen and turn her around.
And he shrugs and he just hands them down to you. Is anybody taking any of the good berries?
I will reluctantly take one.
Okay. Elion, I have a
don't
good
have to.
berry.
I will reach out and take a couple.
Yeah, he
Thank you, Mastos.
empties his one hand right on to you. You have 4 good berries.
Thank you. I will eat one.
You feel so full for the day.
Oh. Wow, these are quite good.
Are they actually? I don't think I've ever taken him up on it.
Yeah, they
I just thought it was his weird party trick he did.
are they
Well, that's why I
delicious?
eat them all the time. Of course
Are
they're
they
delicious.
No, I'm above table. Are they delicious?
yeah,
Above table,
yeah.
are they?
they're
mushroom?
sweet. They taste really good.
Yeah. No,
They are.
they're quite good.
Good.
Or berry.
All right, I'll give it a try. Nice, it sweet, tasty. I like it. Bit zippy. You got somewhere to give the horses? Maybe give them a bit of a pick.
Yeah,
Freeze
yeah.
fingers and lips just start swelling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yes, feed the horses. Feed the horses. And he hands you extra berries for the horses. Looking down, he's like, "Oh, all gone. Do we need more?" And he starts to like move his hands around. Looks like he's casting another spell to summon some more good berries.
I don't think I got 8 more than one. They're quite filling.
They are. They're quite good.
I guess Reen and I will try one.
You see this smile come across his face and his eyes all wide as somebody actually wants some of his good berries. So he completes the incantation. See 10 more good berries pop into his hands. And the smile on his face as he gestures out with a pile of good berries.
Jack will just grab whatever a handful gets him.
Yeah, you can take 5 of them. That would be a good handful for you.
Okay. Is that like an inventory item?
Yeah, you can add 5 good berries. Yeah. I don't know if it actually is an inventory items now that I think of it. I've never looked. But yeah,
It's not.
when you eat one of these, you feel nourished, and you also gain 1 hit point.
Oh, lovely. Good berry.
Like gain? Like as in
Hmm?
like
Well,
over?
no, no, it doesn't overheal you.
Like temp hit point?
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I am a god.
Because he
Can you imagine how
Mastos.
full you'd be after eating like 5 of those things?
Oh my god.
Well, Jack and Reen both eat one.
Okay, perfect. So you guys, yeah, you immediately feel this Rush, when you bite into it, it's almost like a cherry tomato. Like you bite into it, but it's a sweet juice fluid that kind of comes through, and this little bit of meaty flesh from the fruit itself, which just severs through the teeth and just feels delicious. And finally, you see Mastos see one. Good as always.
All right.
All right, so Jak, you are leading the way.
Yep.
I love this. Let's pick the one person like the. You have two people that have lived on this land this whole time. We're gonna pick the one person who hasn't been here to lead the way.
Right.
Go ahead and roll. Go roll survival for me, please.
And how much is Bardic Inspiration?
D8.
Perfect.
I will help him. I'm just not leading.
You can roll with
Uh,
advantage.
It's literally the direction to Elion's home. Like,
Yeah, but I ain't walking in front.
Uh,
I'll point from behind.
you gonna GPS?
25.
25, amazing.
300.
You guys see Jak pull out the map, kind of position himself, kind of looking at where the sun is, and kind of looking where you guys came from, putting it all together. And yeah, you kind of have a really good pinpoint on where you guys are. Trey had directed you guys to hit this southern road, which would take you sort of a more safer, more traveled path. And you know, if you continue south on this road, you will come to a main road, which goes east to west. And if you, based on this map, somewhere you've never really heard about, but based on this map, if you were to continue south and not take that east or west road, it would take you to the Giant's Table. So just knowing this road, either you continue south for a very long time, probably 2 days travel, takes you to Giant's Table, but you will hit a main intersection. One going east, which would take you back towards sort of Durham Way, and west, which would take you towards Carlton Keep, and Grimlore.
And Trey, you said to stay on this road?
I needed to go both south and west. That southern road is one of the fastest ways I know to get to the western road. So I predict if we go west from here, it'll be the best course of action.
West it is.
All right, so you guys want to complete your kind of traveling down this south until you hit the T section and then head west?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you guys continue south. Trey, you kind of know, looking kind of over his shoulder, you know it's probably about a half-day travel to this intersection, and then about another probably day, if it's uninterrupted, along the west road to get to Grimlore. So you know that you've got about a day and a half left to travel, roughly.
Okay.
You go this route. You do know if you were to head southwest directly from where you guys are, you would get to Grimlore probably in 1 day travel, but it would be over some different terrain, not over direct roads.
Yeah, so if we were to take difficult terrain, it might be a little bit faster, technically, like as far as the map is concerned, but what we run into might wind up making it harder than it needs to be.
What kind of terrain are we on right now?
Just like a road that you would travel.
So not a forest.
No, you were exiting the forest.
Dang it. Never mind. All right.
If you want to go direct southwest, that would lead you into the other side of the road into the forest, and you would be back in the forest again.
No, I'm fine with the original plan.
Okay. All right, so you guys kick up speed and start heading south on the road. You guys at a run, just a regular trot. What's the speed here, Jak, that you're leading?
I would say he's probably just trotting, honestly. I don't think they're in a rush. Like, he's not going to be making these horses run unless everybody wants to run.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you guys start heading south as you kind of watch. It is great weather today. You can see the sun in the sky, only a few clouds scattered. It is warm. You hear little chirps, and you hear, wildlife, nothing kind of jumping out at you from the forest. If you want to go ahead and roll a perception, Jak, as you guys head south.
Perfect. 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, kind of keeping an eye out, kind of scanning around, making sure everything seems safe. Not seeing anything jump out. You guys do see the odd travelers coming up the path, slowly walking the first. Looks like a carriage, a gentleman and a lady on the front of it with 2 horses. You can see some kids just kind of dangling their feet out the back seat on the back of the carriage, just kind of waving as they go by. You've had a couple of interactions like this, knowing that this is such a well-traveled path. You don't feel there's any danger staying on this. Do you guys want to do anything on this kind of about a half-day journey down this southern path? Any conversations or anything you want to do while you're...
I'd probably be just like kind of practicing more and more riding the horse and working on my skill there, but otherwise I'd be probably keeping to myself.
Okay.
I think if as like Jak would see like passerbyers, he'd obviously wave at him. If he saw like kids, he'd probably have Reen do like some fancy tricks, hop or something to not everyone sees a drake on the road probably.
Mm-hmm.
But if he noticed Elion like trying to actively work on his riding, he would probably try to catch his attention, and if he sees anything that he's doing, he might be like try to show him how he does it with Reen to try to help him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If there are any kids that Jak interacts with at the end, Darius will kind of give him like a, and then press the digitation as he does the finger guns and do like a gust of wind towards them.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. As the cart goes by and they kind of dangling their feet and you see you waving, Jak, and you kind of do this prance with Reen, and she almost like lifts you up using her tail and not her legs, as she kind of leaps herself off the ground and twirls down, and she lets like a little this tiny little kind of like breath of fire kind of just shimmies just as Darius, and you just see like this little gust kind of push not the flames towards the kids, but they kind of feel the heat of the breath. They're like, oh, mommy! And they start yelling back to the front, and you see the parents can look a little bit worried and kind of like hit the horses to go just a little bit quicker as the kids are all excited.
It's the maniac.
Yeah, and as you're traveling, Elion, Mastos does slowly ride up beside you. And as he kind of like pets your horse, and he tries to kind of explain how the horses like to be interacted with. Seeing you really trying to work with this. Like,
Wait, Mastos does?
yes. Yeah. Rides up beside and is just pet it like this. They like to be treated like people. Do you have feelings? Starts petting it.
I will mimic it.
Have you talked to it? Him?
Not really. What would I say?
Well, if you're riding a person, what would you say?
Not much. I probably wouldn't ride a person. If I was, it probably wasn't I probably wouldn't have volunteered for it. I'd probably been captured or...
Oh, you poor, poor sheltered boy.
Sorry, what do you mean, Darius? I am not really sheltered. I have seen lots of things.
Riding a person can be really fun.
Oh, right.
Jak's plugging his ears.
Should I try it? I don't understand. What would the need be for when we have horses and other beasts?
You're only drilling my point home.
Right.
I'm talking about sex, Elion. Sex.
Oh, right. Yes. I've not done that.
Notice how Jak is like the color of a rose right now. He even got it.
Right. I feel like it's not priority right now. So it wasn't at the top of my mind. but I see your correlation. That is.
He rolls his eyes and like makes his horse move a little bit further.
Mastos' head is literally switching back and forth as you guys are talking from Elion to Darius. Each sentence.
Right, Mastos. Sorry. What would I say to my horse?
Whatever's in your heart. They'll feel it too.
Right. I will try that. And later.
As you say that, Mastos, he holds up the staff that he most recently got, and you see him kind of just touch the edge of it to the side of the horse. And you see the trees at the top almost start to kind of unfurl, and they kind of like bend and kind of start to stretch, and it almost changes to the color of the fur of the horse. Almost like pieces of it kind of go into the horse, and then it kind of reconstructs back into the trees. And he kind of turns his head a little bit. The work here's done. And he kind of backs off of the horse and just starts trotting along.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You immediately feel the horse relax underneath you. And you see it kind of tilt its head back, and you could have sworn it almost gave you a smile.
I just give it a little like reluctant kind of pat.
Yeah. As you pat, you can almost feel it like lean into your pat.
Just kind of like whisper to it and say, "Hi."
Whispered.
It just kind of turns its head, and you see it kind of nod its head. Just keep trotting along.
Okay. Are you having a good day?
Mastos leans over. You like the good berry.
Oh. And I like kind of quickly grab one and I extend my hand out to it.
Yeah. Turns its head to the side, not the full way though, and you see this long tongue stretch out for you to put the good berry on.
Right. Okay. Well, keep being a good horse. You can tell I feel very awkward, and I just kind of sit up and continue riding.
Mastos looks extremely happy and kind of trots up a little bit faster. Anybody else doing anything specific? Nope. In the south? Okay.
Darius almost seems like distracted, like almost like he's in another world. He's kind of really just thinking about like what's about to happen. Like he's gonna go here, and like he's going over every possible scenario. Like if I give this password and the password is changed, I could potentially be attacked. If I give the password and it's the right password and we get in, what do we do from there? Like because he hasn't been given really any information from Magnus. He kind of feels like he's walking into a lion's den with like a blindfold on.
Yeah, Mastos looks pretty carefree as he trots along. What do we see from Trey?
I think Trey's probably kind of got an eye on Elion and seeing how everyone's trying to help out, and he's probably going to feel pretty motivated by that. I think he's keeping an eye on Darius and would have noticed that he's feeling a bit uncertain. And Trey's not super sure what we're about to be doing. He's trusting in the group, but he's trying to sort of piece it together, what's happening. He understands that he has a vague idea that Elion is from around these parts, and that Elion's feeling pretty awkward trying to get home. And he's reading everyone trying to be reassuring to Elion. And he's not really sure if the connection between Elion's discomfort and Darius's
Discomfort?
discomfort, I suppose. If the two things are connected, and he's like looking for threads.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So after a little bit of time, you guys hit this junction. You can see the road does indeed turn towards the west and one to the east. You do see you wouldn't call it a road, but definitely a roughly beaten path that would continue to the south. Jak, where do you want to turn the group? Or do you not want to turn them?
We're going west. This is the fork we were talking about. So Jak won't even like stop and hesitate. He's just going west.
All right. Turn west.
Do I
And
feel like we're on the right path here?
You do. You know that if you were to continue along this road, you've been on this road before. You know if you continue on this, you're going to pass south of Carlton Keep, and then you will be at Grimlore. So you know there's about a day's travel left. You guys have been about 4 hours traveling now, so it is getting dark. Are you guys planning on traveling through the evening, or are you going to set up proper night camp this time? Or how late do you want to travel?
How long has it been since we rested?
About 4 hours.
Yeah, so I think we travel a little bit into the night, but try to like get back on the proper, was it circadian rhythm?
Yeah.
Circadian rhythm.
Well, I know you lot ain't all that tired, and I don't know how well each of you can see at night, so sit close to me. I can see real well. I think Jak maybe can see in the dark okay. What about the rest of you? Elion, can you see in the dark?
Oh, no, not very well. I have my lights though, if needed. And I like flip up a light from my hand and travel it out in front of Jak. And I'll put it up like maybe 10 feet just to kind of give like a soft glow of the path ahead.
Okay.
Like that fancy. That should keep things nice and comfortable. What about you, Darius? Can you see through the night fog?
I mean, I can see in the dark. I can't see through fog.
What about you, Mastos? Maybe you got some sort of fun fruit you could summon, make your eyes a bit different. How do you do seeing in the nighttime?
Oh, I can always see. I see everything. All times. I speak through Mundus, and I can see through the trees and the bushes.
And you can see through the bushes, like, is it some sort of communication, or do you actually see, like, they just part ways for you?
Oh, well, I can talk to them and ask them, and they'll tell me what they see. You want me to do that now?
Is that? Are they? What is a bush like? If you talk to them, are they slow? What do they think?
His eyes get really wide with the excitement of an opportunity to show his skills to talk to a plant, and he looks around the group with wide eyes, smile.
Maybe when we actually rest for the night.
Right, I better be a long conversation. But I'll tell you what, we get a camp, whenever that is. Maybe you can translate a bush for me.
I will translate a bush for you. I will. So you guys continue, as it kind of dark comes down, lit up by Elion's lights, kind of helps the way. You do notice that Mastos kind of does squint a little bit, trying to keep track of where the light is. He doesn't seem to be able to see very well in the dark. You guys travel. Again, you do see less now other travelers on the road coming into darkness. You're a few hours away from where you know you would have to kind of turn on the path southwest. Probably about 2 or 3 hours away from that. But you guys have reached, it's about 10 o'clock at night, and the road does continue. Left and right, you do see some kind of hilly areas, less forest here, but some hilly areas with scattered rocks and such. You guys wanted to find somewhere to camp here? You want to push further through the night?
So it's about midnight, you said, or 10 o'clock?
Is it close? Yeah. We'll say 11. Split the difference.
I don't want to be running in through the night all the time, so I'm fine to rest if you guys want to.
Yeah, all right.
Sounds good to me. How far are we from where we're going?
You would hazard a guess at probably one full day travel would get you to Grimlar.
We're about a day's out, if I remember correctly. So maybe a good rest will be good, and then we'll spend the day to our destination.
Okay.
Well,
I can stay up for a bit if need be. Watch out for things.
all right. I could put the dome up again.
I quite like the
No, yeah.
dome.
Always forget
Check.
about that.
You can take first watch, and once you get tired, get me. You lay down. I'll take second watch.
All right.
I'll blend it in a little better tonight, given that there was a patrol last night. This morning. Whenever that was.
It was last night because I was asleep last night.
Well, yeah, but we slept.
It's not
through the
morning until I
day.
wake up.
Right. And keep telling yourself that. I'm sure the world will wait for you.
Good.
All right, so you guys
Okay,
looking
so-
for a place to camp?
Yeah.
All right, whoever wants to look for a camp area, go ahead and roll a perception or survival.
Jack will. Jack will.
I will inspire him again.
Okay.
Try to pick something a little tucked away, would you?
Excellent. What did you want me to roll? Survival or perception?
Perception or survival, yeah.
Okay, well, they're the same. 15 on the die, and a 8 on the D8. So that'll put me at a 21 plus 8, 29.
29. And what was that, survival or perception?
Survival.
Survival. Okay. Yeah, as you're kind of looking around, you notice some old tracks. Looks like a couple of humanoid tracks and maybe 1-2 horses. Kind of hard to tell, but you kind of like trace and follow them, and you see that they go south off the track. But 100 feet, you see they kind of turn to the right, and you can see this rock that is coming out of the ground, almost like a little bit of a hill leaning. And you can see a natural outcropping here, and you can see the remnants of an old fire pit that has been used. This is clearly an old campsite that's been used before.
Yeah. No, like, giddy or excitement from Jack. He just jumps off Reen and heads over to the site. Starts making it enough room for them.
Mastos
Right.
heads over as well.
I'll follow him, and then I'm gonna move into like where that overhang is, and I'll start casting basically in like almost up against it.
Okay.
Trey's gonna go see if the fire pit is still warm.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Ah, 20!
What a perfect time for a nat 20. Yeah, you study, you kind of move around it. You can see that this, you can like do one of these, get the ash in the mouth. It is not warm. You can tell that it's probably about 2 days old. You can see that this has not been used in the last 2 days.
Okay, so he doesn't expect anyone's coming back to this camp, or not expected to anyway.
Yep. You guys see Mastos tying up Oak and Shadow and kind of brushing him down and everything, kind of rubbing up against him and checking his shoes, looking to see if there's any more good berries to feed him. Having a good little time off by the tree.
I will go and tie up Luxara next to him before I cast my thing.
Yeah, I imagine we probably put all the horses together.
Yeah. For company.
Jack will get the fire roaring with the help of Reen.
Yeah, no problem.
I will spend some time with my horse a little bit while everyone's getting ready.
Okay. Are you calling your horse anything specific, Elion, during this traveling?
I gave it a name last session. I just can't remember what it was.
I thought it was Beatrix.
Yeah, I was gonna
Beatrix,
say
yeah.
Beatrix.
Beatrix. I think I wrote that.
Beatrix.
Yeah, so absolutely, Beatrix seems extremely friendly to you. Leaning into your pets and turning into you, and even through nervous mumbles, seems to give you immediate attention when you talk. So whatever bonding is happening seems to be quite successful. You're feeling a little bit less awkward around this beast.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, Mastos lays down, gets Oaken Shadow to lay down, and you see him kind of like snuggle up. He does about 3 circles, walking around, and then down he goes and lays on the ground. Pushes up against Oaken Shadow. You can see him he's hugging the staff that he got. You see him kind of hugging it, and you kind of see him like just kind of poking where the trees are and kind of looking at it and turning it. And you can see he's holding it kind of deep in thought as he plays with this thing. This thing. Darius, you complete your ritual cast, and the dome apparates. What does it look like?
It's a boulder. It literally looks like a boulder that's wedged between the cliff and the ground.
Perfect.
That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah, so that completed, then everybody... What's everybody else doing?
Once the fire's going, Jack's just gonna chill around the fire, and after a little bit, he'll go out and find a tree to kind of perch near to like watch over everybody. And if he finds one, he'll kind of just like walk over. He'll extend his staff to like help him shoot up into the tree, and literally just plop down on a thick enough branch where he can lean up against the back of the tree and kind of cross his legs on the branch and chill.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. There's enough trees scattered around that you can do that to get some perspective. Roll a dexterity for me with advantage.
I like dexterity with advantage. 17 and a 12, so we'll take that for another 21.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, not a problem. You see kind of the tallest tree around. You see there's not a lot of branches leading up to it, but it's got kind of heavier foliage at the top of it. And so you kind of look at that lower branch and kind of just smile to yourself as you just vrink. Staff comes out and just plummets you up as you kind of like jump at the same time and very easily land on the first branch and pivot 3 times, getting yourself up to the most comfortable spot. You can see that there's a bit of this wood's kind of like fallen away almost. It makes it almost flat to where this part of the trunk is, and you kind of like just kind of wedge yourself in there, sitting quite comfortably.
Excellent, yeah. And he'll hang out there.
Okay. Perfect. And Elion.
I'm gonna talk to Mastos.
Okay.
Where is he right now?
He's laying down with Oaken Shadow, stroking his staff.
Oh, right. I'll go up to Mastos. Mastos, sorry, do you want to be alone?
Never alone. Nature's everywhere.
Right. You said for me to speak to my horse. I've tried. It hasn't said anything to me. Is there something you could do to, so I could speak to it?
Oh, it's always speaking to you. Hey.
Right. But is there a way I can understand what it says?
Through magics.
Right. Do you have that kind of magic?
For me,
Right.
I can talk to
No.
them.
no way.
You want me to tell you what he
for
says?
me-
Next time he says something, let me know.
Okay.
We can have a conversation now.
No, it's okay. Maybe tomorrow. I'm quite tired.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. You hungry? He pulls out another good berry.
No. I'm okay. Thank you. Just you have a good night.
Oh. Wait. And you feel this like thud on your shin as he kind of pulls the staff and just swings it at you and smacks you in the back of the calf.
Ugh.
Ah.
What
Yeah.
is that for?
There you go.
Thank you. Was there something on me? What? Why did you hit me?
Oh, the staff. You can speak to Beatrix
Oh.
now.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you. How long do I have?
The staff's pretty new. I'm gonna say probably forever.
I'm sorry, forever?
Probably. It's really powerful. Or 10 minutes.
Okay. All right, thank you. And I will rush over to my horse.
Okay.
So I'll rush over. I'm excited, and then as I get closer, I kind of like a little bit of like apprehension, like, and I slow down and approach calmly.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the horse kind of grazing down, notices you, and kind of takes just a few slow steps to kind of pivot the body towards you and lowers the head just a little bit, looking at you.
Hello.
In the group here. Elion, you hear, hello.
Ooh. That worked. Hi.
Hello.
I didn't really think much farther ahead. I didn't think this would be possible. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Admittedly a little uneasy. I've never spoke to a horse before.
Oh, you have. You've spoken lots, Elion. And I've replied. You just couldn't hear me.
Right. Am I speaking horse right now? Am I making... I feel like I'm speaking common, but...
Oh, you are. I'm very, very intelligent, and I understand what you're saying. You've just never understood me before. You guys can hear the horses going off.
I just kind of look to everyone else, and I just kind of like... and I turn back, like... Well, I'm sorry. Have I been riding you okay?
Well, it was a little rough to begin with, not gonna lie, but I've had a lot worse, that's for sure. You're a quick learner.
Oh, thank you. I have a little bit of chafing, but I feel like that goes away with experience.
With a little time, yes.
You're quite strong. I don't know if that's a compliment. I think it's a compliment.
It is a compliment. It's very hard to make it as a female horse these days, so it's good to get compliments.
Right. I've called you Beatrix, but that's probably not your name. What is your name?
Well, I've been called many things. Each rider has a different name for me. I like Beatrix. It's kind of strong, kind of unique.
Right, but what would your choice be?
See her kind of lower her head a little bit and her brow kind of frown. I've never thought on it before. I've never had the chance to give my own name.
Oh, you must. I find when someone names something, it gives them ownership, and I mean, you're far too intelligent to be owned by anything or anyone. You need to give your own name. You choose. Take your time. You don't need to choose right now, but I would very much like... Wait, you might have to choose within the next 8 minutes.
Oh. Hmm.
But well, I don't know. That you might have to. Do you have anything in mind?
You see her kind of like look up at the sky, look around, looks up again. You can see like the moonlight and the stars. It's kind of like shining down. You can see kind of the kind of glimpses of the moon kind of shining in her eyes as she looks down the ground behind, and the moonlight kind of casting a shadow. It's like, what about moon shadow?
Oh. That's your choice?
I think it's strong. I think it's mysterious. It's light and it's dark. It's both.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Moon shadow it is.
Is that okay with you?
Oh, yeah, I mean it's not what I would have chosen.
What would you have
But-
chosen for me, other than Beatrix?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. You're Moon Shadow now. Now I don't know how much time we have. Is there anything you want to tell me? Any wonderful stories or some, fun little anecdotes from your life as a horse?
Not really. Mostly used to travel from place to place.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen so many things and heard things, and I'm sure you have some sort of story I could write about you, write about Moonshadow.
Perhaps. I'll think on it.
Right, I think we only have maybe 5 minutes at this point now. Anything at all.
You have to
Percent.
understand, this is the most conversations that I've ever had. So it's hard for me to get all my thoughts together.
Right. Yes, you've not prepared for this, have you? Right, okay. Well, maybe we spend the next couple minutes trying to form a way that we can communicate when we're not able to communicate like this. With that, maybe some, grunts that mean certain things like yes and no, and watch out, there's enemies afoot, something like that.
Does that one work? That's my warning neigh.
Is that okay? Warning neigh. Can you do that again? Exactly how you did it? Okay. Do I got a good grip on that?
Yeah, got that locked in.
Okay. All right. All right. How do you say yes? Okay. How do you say no? Okay.
It's more of an inhale on that one.
Yeah, I caught that. That was interesting. Okay. What other words do you think would be good for us to know?
Anybody want to do anything while you watch Elion neighing, but this horse just neighing at him while he's saying these words towards?
I'm sitting in the dome, so no.
Okay.
No, Jak is just relaxing.
Okay.
I think Trey definitely would have noticed how Mastos had curled up with his staff and Trey's not really understanding exactly how that works out, but he knows so very little about what had befallen Mastos from his travel with Lego, and he's pretty certain that Mastos has experienced the loss of like his entire family and presumably his entire culture, and that has just got to rip a person apart. And so Trey's real worried about Mastos, and that probably hasn't really sat in for Mastos. So I think Trey's probably gonna go and sit down pretty close to him.
Okay.
And I think for just a second, just to let it be normal and not hey, tell me all the bad stuff. Just sit there next to him and kind of next to the fire, kind of share some warmth. And he'll just be sort of whittling at this little piece of wood that he's got that he picked up, and he's vaguely trying to start rounding one shape to what's eventually going to become a duck. And as he starts getting sort of the head worked into it, I lost a lot of people especially my time working for the Synacola Militarum. Sometimes things can get a bit dicey. And sometimes people don't make it. And I know some of the hardest things I ever had to let go of, I didn't know it right away. The day of it felt like any other day. You see somebody and they're gone, and you know they're gone, but something doesn't trigger in your head. And I don't know what it takes for it to get there. Usually it's just time. And I'll turn and look at Mastos. I understand if you need that time, I do.
It's not that I need the time. It's more than that. And I'll just grip my staff more.
It's never going to be easy. I'm not going to sell you some false promise. And I think everybody does things.
Turn it down, Alex.
And sometimes it's almost like a bit of water. You're going for a swim, and you got all the breath in the world, and you can swim as much as you like, but sometimes you get tired, and you swim a bit too far. And that feeling in your chest when you don't know if you're going to make it back out of that water. Yeah, I've been there. And I don't know what it's like to lose what you've lost. But I know what it means to lose people that matter. And I know that's hard for a person to deal with. So take your time, you know, and let yourself feel it, because you're gonna have to at some point, or it's gonna eat you alive. And talk to your friends. I know that you've been talking with Jak. Maybe even let him meet Reditus. So talk with the people that matter to you, if you can. When you need to, they'll be here for you. Jak's strong, I can see it in him. You're not alone. It might feel that way, but you're not.
I think we're all here for each other. I think we each need each other. As I stare off blankly into the naturistic forest.
Back when we were riding on the horses, you told me that you could talk with the bushes, and you told me that you would translate, maybe help me understand what it's like to be wildlife. Do you think maybe you could take a little while and tell me what the bushes think? What it's like to be a tree out here in the forest under all these stars, away from it all.
I can do you one better. And I will expend one, or what is it, 3 more charges?
Yeah.
And bop him slightly on the head. Just like not even moving really from my position, just somehow tilting the staff over and going boop.
Yeah. It's almost like like you're saying the words and you almost don't see the staff just slowly move.
Yeah. Yeah. Da, 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 da.
And as he kind of touches the staff to your head, you feel for a split second, you almost feel not slimy, but as if you were grabbing a leaf and kind of pulling your fingers across it, where it has that kind of fluid feeling to it. As Mastos, you see the tree kind of unfurl, these little tiny leaves just kind of touch the side of Trey's head and retract back into the staff.
If you want to communicate with nature, start with the animals that are around you.
I'll do that, Mastos. Thank you.
Oh, I mean literally. And I will hop little Owlmos over and like give him a wink nudge my head over to him and nudge my head towards you, and he will walk across me to you.
About this time, I like to think that Trey's pretty well finished whittling this teeny tiny little wooden duck, and you guys will trade birds. All right, little guy. And we'll start into a fascinating diatribe of the feathery sort.
Almost just sitting there, wide-eyed, staring at you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He doesn't have much to say. You'll have to find something else. Something maybe a bit bigger.
Ooh.
Well, how about you accompany me, and I'll see what it's like to be one that speaks of the bushes and the trees. Maybe have a conversation with a horse I've been riding with for a bit. See if there's anything I could do better for him. Come along, little guy. And Trey's gonna put his arm out for the owl to hop up on, kind of like the little.
Yeah, those were-
I give a little nod to Almost that he can go with Trey.
yeah, you see his head turn just 180 degrees back to check in with Mastos, and then whoop, pivot right around, and whoo, little flutter, and lands delicately on your finger. Ooh.
You can be a third wheel, little guy. And we're gonna wander on over to the horse and check in, make sure everything's going okay. Maybe finally have that conversation with the bush.
Okay. You head over there. As you notice, Elion still standing in front of a horse. You can see that she's kind of got her head tilted a little bit, and she looks down at the ground. Exciting story. I've seen some fights. Do you like fights, battles?
Oh, I mean, I don't like being in them, but I do like any story that, you feel is interesting enough to tell. It's interesting enough for me to listen.
I don't know if it would be quick enough if you say we only have a few moments.
Oh, I don't really know how much time we have. So, I mean, go ahead and hopefully we can talk again. I'll let you know when I can no longer understand you.
Well, I was taken one time from Durham. Hired, not taken. They pay money, so well, I guess I'm still taken because I'm not theirs, and then they use me, so I guess I'm taken. But removed might be a better word to use, from Durham with some of my friends, and they were strangers to Durham, and we carried them. We carried them all the way to Fort Ramlin. But on the way, we had to get pulled off to help some of their friends. There was something they had to get, and it was quite a battle. There was Centaurium Brigade. There was magic flying everywhere. There was lots more people that I'd never seen before. And we ran.
Can you describe them?
Lots of different people from different places, different races.
I'm writing as fast as I can while she's.
Yeah. And they were fighting the Centaurium. I've never seen people fight the Centaurium like that. They're so powerful.
How long ago was this?
Time's a little tricky for me. I want to say 14 moons ago? Something like that?
Oh, so not very long ago.
Oh. No. Bright purple lights. We're trying to take it from the Centaurium. It's strange. Sort of purple energy. Like a big ball almost.
Oh. And what happened to those who commissioned you?
Oh, they went to fight. We ran away. We're not battle horses. We're not war horses.
Of course.
We ran back to the path, and those that returned, we took on to Fort Ramlin.
Those that returned, did they say what they fought? Did they say what happened, even to each other? Any info on the purple orbs, did you say?
A purple orb. Was quite large, scary. They said that the Centaurium had gotten it from a giant, and that Dalen was going to be very excited. And they
Sorry,
were-
you said Dalen?
Yes, they said he was going to be very excited that they got it.
Does that name recognize? Do I recognize that name?
That's to be like part of the Crimson Arc and or the trio.
Yeah. And was there many that survived?
A lot less than went. We only brought a few, but there was lots there when we arrived. We need a lot to fight the Centaurium.
Oh. And did any of them mention something called the Crimson Arc?
Perhaps. That might be... I think the people who we journeyed to Fort Ramlin, I think, were Crimson Arc.
I just kind of like glance over to... Do I see Darius, or he's in the dome?
He's in the dome.
Okay. Well, that's quite the interesting story. I've not heard of purple orbs like that before. Have I heard about, like, they haven't told me anything about that, have they?
No, in some of their rushed, we did this. We killed Memoria. We let some spheres free. Like, they didn't really go into detail.
Right, okay. Oh, that's a interesting story.
Oh.
Moonshadow?
Oh.
Oh, I think our time is up. But it's been nice talking to you. I will maybe see if we can do this again. But it's nice to know that you understand me. It's usually quite a feat. Right, are you comfortable here if I make my way in? Wait, I can't. Can I go in the dome?
Yeah. You can, once everybody's in it, when it's cast, then you can come and go as you please.
Okay. Are you comfortable out here while I head in? Yes. Great. I've detected the inward breath. All right. Good night, Moonshadow. And I like pat her, and then I give her one good berry.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And she kind of tilts her head a little bit, and you kind of feel the side of her kind of huge head just kind of gently brush against your chest, kind of just a little bit of her weight on you, leaning into it, and then you see her kind of like get down on all fours and lay down on the ground.
The horse lays on the ground?
Yep.
Does that concern me?
Roll an animal handling check.
Have I ever seen a horse like sleep on the ground like that before?
Seen horse laying down on the ground, yeah.
That isn't dead?
Yes.
Animal handling is +2, so 17.
17. Yeah, you've seen horses go down like this. Yep. You're not concerned.
Okay. I will head in.
Trey, you have Almos on your finger. You're heading over to where exactly?
Well, I think Trey was probably gonna go and, as instructed, talk to some animals, maybe talk to the horse, talk to the bush or whatnot. But then he probably would have caught the bit of that story about the Centaurium and that battle and the purple orbs, and he probably stood there for a bit and listened to the horse talk and listened to Elion talking to.
So just to clarify,
Moonshine.
you wouldn't have heard what the horse was saying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. You
Then,
wouldn't have
yeah, I
understood
mean,
it.
then, yeah, it would have. He probably would have just assumed that Elion was getting close with that horse. Then, haven't been told to. Well, maybe it's just one creature at a time. I think Trey is probably going to walk over and just try to see if he can understand what a bush says, since
Okay.
that's kind of what started all this.
Okay.
He'll just walk up with the Alstos. Well, it's a bit awkward, isn't it? How do you start to talk with a bush? You sort of just flit about and land in there, yeah? So Trey will put his hand on the bush.
Okay.
Don't know if this is the right way to go about this, but I guess maybe I'm a bit curious if a bush could say anything. What's it like being a bush?
And Almos, when you do ask him, you know how to do this kind of thing, he kind of like, you see him kind of shrug his little shoulders, and his eyes just went, oh.
Mhm.
And you hear in your mind a word. Boring.
All right. Well, sorry about that. I guess we'll move on to something else then. We walk over to a tree, and Trey will just. What about? I see a tree. It's big. It's probably seen all sort of things in his life. Maybe this will. Boop, and put his hand against the tree.
What?
Oh. Well, I gotta say I didn't think it would get this far. Well, shouldn't surprise me none, but a life that's as long lived as yours, you've likely seen many things. Don't know if you've got much time for a passerby, but maybe you could tell me what life for a tree is like. Probably slow, yeah?
Slow in time is what trees have.
Well, a lot of people rely on you and your sort. Probably don't really get the recognition you deserve, and maybe most of you never will. There might not even be a thing that you would cherish. Man, there's a lot of differences between you and I. Well, as a quick-lived type, thank you. I know it doesn't mean much, but thank you, each of you. I could think of a lot of ways that you've been helpful in my life and everybody's life. So, take that for what it is. Your shade is kind. And we don't put you to waste. I don't know if that's comforting or not. Well, thanks, big guy. He'll just pat the bike.
And you'll hear, kind, humanoid, interesting.
Right, well, I wish you the best. You're going to live a long time. I hope it's a good one. Best tree life you can have. And Trey's going to part with the tree and walk back with Alstos back to Mastos.
Okay. You trot on back. Mastos still kind of holding his staff. Mastos, are you still here? Or Tim? So I'll take over just in case. So yeah, as you come back and so how was it?
Well, I don't really know what I was expecting, but I guess it was everything I thought it would be. We live life different. We just do. Things aren't the same, but they don't mean we can't be happy and live together. I hope they understand that I respect them as much as a person can respect a tree.
A simpler life. It's not as complicated.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know that means much to him, but I hope he knows that us flesh living folk, we rely on these trees quite a bit. And yeah, I told them that we respect them, or at least we don't waste them when we use them. Was that rude to say?
No, I think it's kind. They know. They know.
Right, with that age, likely comes with a great bit of wisdom, especially if you're as patient as that sort has to be. This has been rather enlightening. Thank you, Mastos. And I'll hand over Alstos.
As you hand over Almos, his head
Almos.
turns to 180 to kind of look at you as he's being passed back to Mastos. Yeah, he just kind of sets on his shoulder. Mastos just kind of looks up, smiles at you. Don't forget to talk to the animals.
You're right.
See him just kind of hug his staff in tight and look off into the distance.
Yeah, I think Trey will, check in and see who's all here. I imagine Elion's probably back and Darius is probably back, and they're probably getting settled for the night. I think Trey will sort of warm his hands by the fire a little bit and sort of think. Then he'll go find a nice place to rest up for a bit.
Okay, sounds good. So Mastos sleeping out with the horse. Elion, Darius, Trey made their way in kind of comfort-wise within the dome, ready to kind of settle down. Jak up in the tree. You just keeping an eye out or doing anything specific there?
To clarify, DM, did Jak ever receive his requested drawing of Dana?
Yes, he did.
Okay. So yeah, Jak he is going to be like looking out, but he's going to spend most of his time rereading his letter from Dana, looking at the photo of Dana, looking at the, I believe, jade bracelet he bought for her, and kind of like rubbing his thumb over it and just kind of being in that state as he kind of goes from that to looking around.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. Spend a little bit of time doing that, reading over it, and thinking about, as you're reading the letter, you're almost trying to try to hear her words almost in your mind as you're reading it, trying to kind of keep hold and looking at the picture, and you're trying to like form this vision and this sound to almost like, I don't want to forget what she sounds like. I don't want to forget what she looks like. Kind of just repeating this kind of back and forth between the letter and the picture, trying to instill this image and this memory and these thoughts of her as deep as you can. You take a look out kind of into the darkness. Go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Yes, sir. 11 on the die, so it'll be a 17.
17? Perfect. You take a look out, and I mean, you are in a tall tree, but this is not flat lands. It's kind of scattered. There's hills. There are forests to the east and the west. Off in the distance, you can see lights, but you can tell that these are lights that are miles away from you. You look up, it's clear skies. You can see the moon, the stars. Nothing standing out, nothing alerting, no strange sounds. If anything, it's more peaceful than it normally is. You can hear kind of a little bit of rustling in the trees just with the gentle wind. You hear the odd animal, the odd kind of bird kind of settling down for the night, but you don't hear anything that draws alarm to you.
I think as his watch goes on, I think he's going to get more and more relaxed, more and more comfortable. And when he is getting to the end of his watch, I think he's just going to remain up there, and everything will be put away except his photo of Dana.
Okay. Yeah, you hold on to your sketch. Kind of close the eyes. Do you alert anybody, or are you just going to sleep up there?
He will just go to sleep up there.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Everybody in the dome, you guys are just heading to sleep, yeah? Or we do anything specific?
I would do some journaling, and then I would probably pass out while journaling.
Elion,
Yeah. Yes.
do you have an extra one of those?
Of what?
A journal.
Oh. No, I don't actually.
Okay. Well,
Did you need some paper? I could give you some paper.
no,
quill.
No, it's fine. And he rolls over and attempts to go to sleep.
Oh. Very well. Next time I visit a shop, I can get you one.
It's okay. When we arrive in Grimlaw, before I begin whatever this is, I'll check in a shop. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Good night, Elion.
Good night. I will finish up and then pass out.
And Trey, were you heading straight to sleep, or did you want to do anything specifically after kind of getting your bedroll and such all together?
I think Trey's probably gonna head to sleep. He could do that trance, but it's not quite. It is restful enough, but it isn't as restful as properly sleeping. So he's gonna try to actually get some real shut eye until Jak comes and gets him for a second watch.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you guys kind of check in. Looks like everybody's safe, and you kind of let yourself get a little bit of shut eye, a little bit of rest. Darius, sleep easily finds you. Put your head down. Jak, you are asleep. Elion, you kind of finish up your documentation, probably finishing up on the story that the horse was telling you, putting any details you can. As you kind of close your book up, you kind of look over to check in on everybody, and you can see Kira standing above Trey. And we'll take a break there.
Uh-oh.
Be right back, guys. Be right back. All right, welcome back, guys.
Me and Uncle Jay.
For
That's
the
all.
break. So, just to update you, everybody had kind of settled in for the night. Trey, Darius, Elion within the dome, safety of the dome. Mastos down with the horses outside. Jak up in a tree. After finishing his watch, kind of went off to sleep. Elion just settled down for the night as he kind of closed his book and his sketches. Looking over, you see Kira just standing over Trey, looking down with her dagger in her right hand with a smile. What do you do?
I kind of like sit up a little bit, and I'm starting to realize that these are figments of my imagination.
Hmm.
And I kind of slouch back and, why are you doing this? Why am I doing this to myself?
We only need 4 more.
What?
1, 2, 3, and 4. We could be done.
Done what? What is? I'm having a mental break. I understand that this is not real, and I like close my eyes and put my hands, my head, my hands, and just get some sleep. I need some sleep. That's all it is. Makes no sense.
You feel 2 hands to the side of your face. Press in.
It's not real.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Do we hear it?
You do not.
Okay.
You feel
Just-
your fist being lifted up a little bit as well, Elion.
I'll open my eyes.
And you see the face of Thalor in front of you. Don't be weak. We have to do what we have to do, Elion. You said you would save us, bring us back.
I'm trying.
You're
No,
not trying.
this is not real. This is not real. And I just kind of like let out a large audible word.
Okay. I want Trey and Darius, both with disadvantage, to roll perception checks, please.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Dang.
So plus 4. So it would be the 18, so 22.
22, amazing. And Trey?
Yeah, Trey got a 12 at disadvantage.
Just so
Okay. So yeah, as you're sleeping, Darius, you hear something. It's so quick you can't really piece it together. Your back is currently to Elion. You hear this noise as you were sleeping.
the because he yelled, the startle would actually like even if I didn't register what was said,
Mhm.
Darius is gonna like jolt up because he's already on edge.
Mhm.
He's gonna jolt up and summon the Soul Seeker and just like hold it out. He doesn't even like.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so as you immediate reaction, kind of jump up and immediate Soul Seeker in hand, and you open your eyes wide to complete darkness. You don't see
the hell?
anything.
Hello?
Do I hear him?
And Elion, as soon as you hear this hello, you blink, and Darius, your vision is back. Elion, you're standing above Trey.
I'm standing above Trey.
Yes.
With the knife?
You do not have a knife in your hand.
Okay. Elion, what is going on?
I don't know. I was sleeping. I was having a dream, and
I'm now pointing the sword at Elion.
oh, I don't understand. I must have gotten up.
What were you doing? Why was it dark in here?
It wasn't.
I couldn't see when I woke up.
I don't know. I was able to see the whole time, right?
Yep.
Oh, nothing has changed in the room other than I'm standing. I don't know. I was having a dream, and I shouted, and I must have stood up.
What was happening in your dream?
The same dream I keep having. My friends, They keep calling to me. And I can't save them. I don't know why I keep having the same dream. It's them asking for more. More from me and not to be weak.
More what?
More help. More to do what needs to be done to save them.
Darius is going to stand up. Now the shield apparating on his other arm. And he's going to approach Elion. Not like full on like charging him, but like there is a presence of threat to how he's approaching him. You need to tell us what's going on here.
I'm telling you what I know. I don't understand. This has not happened before. I don't know what's going on. And I just kind of slouch down to the ground, or because I'm close. Am I closer to my bed now, or am I?
Your tray is pretty close to you, so you're kind of like between. Yeah, you're only.
I would have been
feet
backing
away.
up to my bed like almost
Yeah.
immediately once I realized like I'm not where I should be and I'm in someone else's space. I like back and I kind of sit back on my bed and I'm looking down. I'm not even really acknowledging Darius's demeanor, because I'm so like in my head right now of what's going on, because I clearly don't understand what's happened, and I don't like that feeling.
I'll say at this point as well, Darius, as you're kind of like walking over, kind of Soul Seeker and Shield kind of summoned Trey, this would definitely rouse you as you hear these kind of voices. Kind of open your eyes just to see kind of Darius to your left hand side and Elion to the right, kind of sitting down by his bedroll.
Yeah, I think if Trey were startled awake, he probably wouldn't have just sat up cautiously. I think that he probably would have stood up with a quickness, and seeing somebody with a sword out, he would have just ripped the rapier out of its scabbard. Shing! I need each of you to tell me what was happening right now.
And Darius just looks at Elion. That's what I'm wondering.
I'm not acknowledging either. I'm just like, I'm kind of looking off into
I
my
don't
own-
know what's going on, Trey. I woke up and he was above you. He shouted something. And when I woke up, it was completely dark in here.
Completely dark, but you said you could see in the dark. So what
Yeah,
sort of dark does that make it?
this was some other, maybe magical.
He's right. I was standing above you. I don't. I'm not looking. I'm just still like looking down.
What happened in your dream? Exactly.
I seen Kira, my friend. She was standing above Trey. It's happened before. I've seen them. I've heard them. They speak to me in my dreams.
You said their souls are in there, yeah?
That's what I've been led to believe, yes.
Do you have a bag of holding?
Yes, I do.
You should put that in there.
No, I can't.
Why not?
Because I don't understand it fully.
Let me ask you this, Elion. If you don't put that in there and end up killing one of us in our sleep, how are you going to feel then?
Well, I think putting it in there might kill us as well.
How could that kill us?
If this stone carries souls in another dimension, temporarily putting that into a dimensional portal would essentially annihilate everything around it and tear open a rift in
You're saying
our
that thing is
reality.
another type of... It's a necklace of holding.
I don't know. And it's not that I know that for sure. It's only assumptions based on what I've seen so far and what I've read.
Did I see skeleton dragon guy give Elion something?
Oh yeah, everybody's seen that. Yeah, that was quite open.
Why don't you call your friend?
He's not really our friend, and to be fair, I don't even know what I would ask of him if I did.
Well, perhaps why your friends are possessing your body and blinding the rest of your party.
I don't think that that's possible.
How else do you explain why you were where your friend was?
I quite honestly might have been acting out my dream in some sort of sleepwalk. I really don't understand it, but it's probably very explainable in that term that many people sleepwalk. They reenact their dreams.
I'm going to dispel the hut.
Okay.
I need you to back away.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I don't feel safe with you sleeping in here with us.
What? Why? What's
You
going?
can't
Why
explain
would you?
what's happening to you. I just woke up to magical blindness, and you standing over one of our allies, telling me that in your dream, your friend was standing over that ally. I don't trust that you end up doing something in your sleep that you can't control. Since you don't know what's going on, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Why do you assume that I would, even in my dream, be trying to hurt anyone? Maybe I was just
I'm
standing.
not-
It's not that far from where I feel like you're being a bit unreasonable here. Your father. Why should we trust you with your lineage?
Because my lineage isn't waking me up in the middle of the night and standing me over other people.
You're perceiving that as a threat with no basis. At what point does that give you any threatening motives? How are you making that assumption? It's not logical. If you woke up, or if I woke up to you standing anywhere, I wouldn't immediately assume our safety is in jeopardy. It's because I know you.
But I don't know you, and you haven't told us anything about what happened that day. You don't know anything that happened that day. You have no knowledge of what happened. You don't know anything about that pendant on your neck.
I don't, and I've been forth with all of that information, yet you allow me to accompany you this far. I don't... We all have
Consciously,
things
I'm
we don't
fine.
understand going on, and to be quite honest, I think the threat level, if anyone, is higher with you out of all of us.
How so?
What do you mean, how so? What you're capable of, and what your family... Who knows? He does not have full control over you, and you're just a puppet ready to be activated.
Because if that were the case, he would have already done it.
How do you know that?
Why would he be asking me for help? He could just take it.
Yes, but maybe there's many different reasons, many lures of false hope. Again, these are all assumptions that if you went down the line, they could be easily
that's
made
fine.
about you or anyone here. I don't
I
understand
am
why I'm
happy
being
to
singled
sleep
out.
alone. You want me to sleep alone? I'll do it.
I don't think you need to sleep alone. I think... I don't know. You know what? It's fine. I will leave. And I will gather my things and I will walk out. I will get on my horse. And I will ride off.
Okay. As soon as you start walking, Trey, do you wish to do anything?
I think Trey sees him leaving, and Trey is gonna sheath the rapier. And as he goes, this wouldn't be the first time in the middle of the night me and my allies have had something terrible happen. Doesn't always have to be something as dramatic as someone losing their life. But if an enemy wants to sow discourse amongst the people so close to them, it's best done to cut the ties that are loosely knit. And if you can cut those loosely knit ties, everything starts to fall apart. It unravels all on its own. Everything the string touches, it all falls apart. Darius, I agree with you. I don't feel safe if he's going to be standing over me like that. But Elion, you need to get control of this. Mate, we can't just send you out there all on your lonesome. You're going to go and make a terrible mistake. You already are. You need
Mr.
help.
Darius, speak for yourself.
He's right. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not part of this group. I'm a tag along, and I've overstayed my welcome, and it's very clear. So I wish you all the good luck in the world. And I will turn and walk.
Okay. You start walking out. Jak, roll a perception at disadvantage, please.
Just to be clear, I was shouting. So like the hut doesn't contain sound, so I don't know if that
Yeah.
changes anything.
Yeah, if he wasn't high up in a faraway tree.
Okay.
At disadvantage, I have a dirty 20.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
17 and a 14.
Okay. So you get awoken, and as you kind of come to and look down, you can see the hut dissipated, and it looks like Trey and Darius standing there, and you see Elion walking away. It looks like he's walking towards the horses. Mastos does not wake up.
Jak kind of above, seeing everything, puts his letter or his picture away, and he will slide down the tree, and he will make his way to Darius.
Okay.
And as he gets to him, what's going on?
I woke up to some form of darkness in the hut. The darkness dissipated, and Elion was standing above Trey. Apparently, he had a dream where his friend was standing above Trey as well. His dead friend, who is apparently inside of his necklace.
Maybe, I guess the magic's weird, but maybe he was just studying him? Getting it look in at night?
And why would he blind us?
No, I get that. That makes sense. And Jak kind of looks between Trey and Darius. So is he just sleeping out with a horse tonight?
That's what I told him to do. I think he's being a little dramatic and he's leaving entirely, but you know what? I don't know if I want to stop him.
Jak kind of like cracks his neck for a second, and he kind of rubs his thumb over the symbol of Sparrow. Time to act like a leader. And Jak turns around, does a 180, and just starts marching to him.
As you go over, Elion is untying his horse. Looks like he's getting ready to hop onto.
Yeah, Jak will walk over, not in a manner of preventing anything, but Jak is just gonna walk straight to his horse, and he's gonna start petting the horse. Kind of grab the reins and kind of hold her head, and he's gonna start petting her, and look over to Elion. You know, you don't have to leave. I got pretty messed up when the last person left.
I know. I just think it's been enough. And to be frank, I don't understand what's going on, and I don't feel dangerous, but I also don't know if I could say I'm 100% safe to be around.
I promise you, it's safe to be around you. Your dream. Who was
Yes.
there?
My companions, 2 of them.
Do you mind telling me their names? The ones you saw?
Kira and Thaler. Sir Thaler, he was our leader.
Kira sounds like a lady. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Was she nice?
Well, she was great. I've told you about her before.
Was she like Dana?
Our situation was very similar.
Well, I appreciate you not making any moves on Dana then.
No, not my type.
I think she's lovely. What was in the dream?
It's not really much, to be frank. I woke up. She was standing there in front of Trey.
What was she doing? Was she studying him like you study? Was she...
She was looking at me. She was mentioning that they only needed 4 more. And I've heard them say this before, and I don't understand what it means. And they're just asking me to help them.
And you want to help them?
Of course, I would do anything to help them.
And Jak kind of lets the horse lets go of the reins, kind of gives her one more pet, and he takes a stand back. This group of people that I've been traveling with now it's been the worst part of my life. It's been the most interesting part of my life. And it's turning into probably the best time of my life. I wanted to come to help my island, but it turns out that this tournament might just be a sham. I don't even know. And I'm now getting along with people I used to despise looking at. And it turns out that I'm not the only person with problems in life. And I'm slowly figuring mine out. From the person I thought cared about me, maybe using me for whatever they need. And now I have to change part of my personality. And I did that with these people, this group. And you may not have been, added to the ATLADS with a ceremony, but you're part of us. Trial by fire. You fought when you didn't have to fight. You could have ran. You've saved us, all of us, multiple times. When we fought Borman, we would have died if it was not for you. And as prideful as I am, I probably was the first to go. Actually, Darius was, but who's keeping score? And
He is.
you can use us to help move along your story.
It's true, I am.
And just as we're resolving all of my life issues and overcoming new emotions I've never felt, we can help you overcome those. And you don't need to leave tonight. What you need to do is rest, sleep on it. And I understand you not wanting us to tell everything. And if you genuinely don't remember everything, then we can start working on it. I honestly am kind of jealous how you notate everything and how well you draw. And he kind of slowly pulls up the picture of Dana. I spent 4 hours staring at this tonight because it's all I have. And you gave me that.
Well, I think, to be honest, I would very much like to stay, but
Then you will. And
Well,
you
I
know
don't-
what? Even if it takes a day, a week, a month, everyone will trust each other and everyone will rely on each other. It took me a long time to trust Darius, and now I'm his sworn protector. And this new guy, Trey, who you have got more weight than, because you've been here longer. Now we have to find out if he's worth his salt. I already think he is, because of who he trained. And I'm still the wannabe warrior that looks up to strength. But I see a lot of myself in Trey as well, and I want to help bring him down to where I was drugged down. But I was at my lowest. I hope he doesn't hit that. And you don't need to hit that. Because the moment you get 5 feet away from this camp, a giant spider's going to pick you up, put you in a cocoon, and we're going to have to restart the whole thing. So.
Elion actually kind of chuckles like a little bit to himself.
So do me a favor. Don't leave tonight. You can sleep out with your horse. I'll take care of Darius. And if I need to take care of Trey, I'll ask him politely not to summon his dude, and then I'll take him on.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't gonna go very far. I was just gonna go over there and cast my own hut. I just felt attacked, and I wanted to dramatically storm off.
Jack's like shoulders drop. So I'd have to say any of this?
I mean, I appreciate your words, and it's nice to hear your feelings. But I don't think I would last 2 seconds out there at the night.
You always could just ape it up and start throwing rocks again.
Can you speak to Darius, please? He has some sort of resentment building towards me, and I don't understand it.
Well, while you're sleeping tonight and journaling, think about opening up more than you have.
Can I be honest with you? There's not much I haven't told you guys already. I truly don't understand what's going on. I don't know how to have anyone believe that. There's so much of my memory missing from that night. Just flashes of it, and when I do get bits and pieces, I try to write them down as best I can. They usually don't end up making much sense.
Well, then we can make a day of explaining everything we've experienced, and you can explain everything that you can remember.
You know what? Hold on. And I get off my horse.
Okay.
And I walk over to the camp. And I walk up straight to Darius.
Jack trailing behind him.
What is Darius doing right now?
So, it's only been about a minute, the conversation. Trey
Okay.
and Darius, what would you guys have been doing while after Elion leaves the camp?
I don't think I've told Trey what Aristos told me, correct?
You have not.
So basically, over the last minute, I would have just been telling him, like, Aristos sent Archibald to the site where Elion's team had died to try to speak with their corpses to get some type of information on what may have happened to them, and nothing was found but just like raw gore. And there's basically no evidence of anything. They can't determine what happened. So that's already got me on edge. Elion not telling us anything is making Darius suspicious. Now keep in mind that Darius is suspicious of basically everyone. Ever since his whole back history has been told to him that he's... You don't know this, but like, I'm going to keep it vague. But his whole backstory has been ripped apart, basically. So he's super untrusting right now. And like, he's very much a people person, so he can blend with people and he can keep it cool. But with everything, with Elion's kind of I don't know anything, and the stuff that Aristos told him, he's like, something's up and something's off. and now this has just like pushed him over that edge. He's like, no, I don't want to be around him. He needs to stay away. So coming back to the camp, I guess I would have finished telling him. I don't think you'd hear the whole explanation because it wouldn't take that long. And I'll just say his back is turned to where Elion was.
Do I catch any of that conversation coming back?
I'll say this at the beginning. So, Elion, while you're over at the horses, is whenever Darius, you'd have been kind of going into the information from Archibald that Aristos told you. So they tried to, because Aristos had going there, had essentially tried to find what he could of these bodies and give them proper burials, pieces of them. And Archibald had tried to go to commune with them and ask them what happened. The connection failed as there was no souls within those bodies. She could not speak to them. So I would say that would be sort of the first half of the conversation. The last half of the conversation is maybe where, Darius, you're kind of explaining why you're feeling a little bit untrusting right now with Elion's answers. And I think Elion, you coming back, that's where you'd kind of hear the tail end of that part.
Okay, so I'll walk up. Darius?
You see him kind of tense up, and he turns.
I don't know how to make you understand or how to ease your trust in me. I understand there's so many question marks. And I have just as many, whether you believe that or not. But here. And I pull out my journal and I push it into his chest. And then I walk away.
He will take it.
Okay.
I'll see you in the morning. And I'll walk out to my horse. I'll lead it off. And I'll build my own hut.
Okay. Elion, as you're walking away from the camp, you've never had such an uncomfortable feeling in your life. Through everything you've been through, this thing having been with you is almost like a piece of you. So to walk away, you're almost like getting shivers down your spine. There's nothing happening, but just that, almost that security or something, this connection you have with this journal is just making you feel so uncomfortable. So yeah, Elion, you see him walk off towards the forest. Trey, Darius, Jak, you guys want to do anything as Elion's leaving?
Jak would probably give it a minute. He's kind of standing stoic, like chest out, shoulders as broad as he can get them, as he was being this leader. And after like a few seconds, Jak's shoulders drop and he's just, oh, that was the nicest I've ever been. I did mean everything I said, but oh my goodness, I don't know where those words came from.
Well, you must have said something right, because he's not leaving.
I did throw in there that if he left, that a big spider would probably get him in a few minutes.
Play on his fears. That's a good way to go.
That wasn't the entire way I played it, but I also need to change my direction to you now. As your bodyguard, completely understand the concern. I got your back. If Elion does anything that threatens you and is going to kill you, got you. Taking care of it.
So just out of curiosity, you were fully aware that he had blinded us in the tent and was potentially going to murder us?
No.
So how exactly would you have protected me in that moment?
I would have saw you in heaven when I got there. Hopefully after my long, prosperous life. But if he does anything in front of me at you, then I will take care of you.
I mean, I appreciate that. If he does anything in front of you at me, I'm probably going to see it too, and I'm not just going to let it happen.
But he did say that legitimately something is with his memory, and he doesn't remember everything. But I think now is a time where he's, I guess, broken, soft, and I think this would be a time to press him for things. Not in an aggressive manner, but as a, let's talk.
Darius holds up the journal. I'm going to read through this, and I have 2 suggestions that we can talk about in the morning. The first, ask him to borrow the helmet that I gave him. You get yourself lined up with that, and you can dive into his mind, and maybe you'll be able to find something. The second is the next time we're all in that dream together, his needs to be the next one we explore.
I agree with the dream thing. I don't think Dana would like it if I took his helmet from him and tried to read
No, I
his
said
mind.
ask him for it, not stole it.
And then try to read his mind. I don't think she would like that.
I understand, Jak, this is all a consensual thing. I'm not saying take it and then sneak behind his back. Say, give me the helmet and I will try to read your... I can do it if you're worried about it.
Oh. Okay.
Also, just a little thought. You think she won't like that? You probably shouldn't support Magnus doing what he did to me when I was a child. I don't think she supports people experimenting on children. Just saying. Doesn't matter how strong they ended up being later in life.
That is Elion's, and he gave it to you. So you go ahead and read it. I'll
I'm
respect
going
his
to.
privacy.
I'm gonna have to recast the hut. You might want to sit here. I'll just use my magical power to do it rather than ritually cast. So it'll only take me a minute.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Trey, do you
instead of
wish to...
ins- Sorry,
go ahead, Darius.
Instead of like inscribing all the runes in the dirt, you just see like the magic energy start kind of like swirling around him and getting bigger and bigger to the size of the dome until it fully...
Okay. And during this conversation, Trey, did you want to interject or say anything, or kind of let it flow out?
Yeah, I think as Darius goes to cast and Jak's eyes are looking a bit heavy, you know, there's a bit of emotional weight that comes with having to really step up and pull out that character that you didn't know you had in you. I think Trey's going to walk and put a hand on Jak's shoulder. Everybody's got to lead it in them, Jak, and I know you do. I know it feels a bit heavy, and it never really gets lighter, but you get better at it, and I'm proud of you. You did a good job out there.
Thank you. We all have something going on, and if I was in his position, I would want answers. But I think I'd be a little more willing to seek out help. And I think not everybody is ready at the same time. He'll come around.
I like to think we sort of lose sight of him off in the distance just as the dome closes up.
As it closes up, you guys still see Mastos with this natural 1 with the perception disadvantage.
Absolutely cooked in a fight if he's asleep.
So yeah, the dome closes up. Elion, you head off. What direction do you kind of want to go? Back towards the road or further into the forest?
I'd probably just travel up in the direction of the road,
Mhm.
like not further in, not further out, just kind of along the line of the road. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Parallel
Yeah,
to the
just
road.
off there a bit.
Parallel, thank you.
Yeah, that works.
Horizontal.
All right, and yeah, so you set up your own camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cast your own version of that, and take a little bit of time to establish that. Roll a perception for me.
Uh-oh.
18 plus something.
Okay.
18, 21.
21, perfect. Okay, so yeah, as you're kind of casting, focusing in on this, and you see out of the corner of your eye, you see something move in the shadows, the northeast of the trees. You see these kind of 2, looks like almost yellow eyes. But very quickly you see the movement, and you see that it's Reen.
Oh.
And just see her come kind of to the edge of kind of the small clearing where you are, You just see her kind of curl up and lay down by the tree with her face kind of facing over to you. About 20 feet away. Looks like she's kind of keeping watch on you.
Okay. Do we make do our eyes lock for a second?
While you're casting, out of the corner of your eye, you see her, and yeah, she settles down and is just staring over at you.
Okay. I just kind of look at her and I nod, slow.
Once you do that, you see her kind of nuzzle, settle her head down in between her front paws to kind of go down to sleep. So back in the hut, you guys, the hut is now completed. You all setting up to go to sleep again, or? Okay.
Yeah, this time around, Jak and Trey still talking.
Yeah.
Want to get some sleep. I said I'll take second watch. Now's as good a time as any.
All right.
I'm gonna read the book, obviously.
Okay. So Trey says this to Darius. Darius is immediately just staring at the book.
Jak,
I thought Trey said that to Jak.
Oh no!
Right. Yeah, I'll send it to Jak.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought you were saying to Darius.
and Jak, sitting down, getting ready to go to bed, said he was going to respect Elion's privacy. As soon as the journal is opened by Darius, he is right up next to him, eyes beaming down inside this journal. He wants to know everything.
So yeah, so as you sit down in the journal tray, are you interacting with this, or are you turning away, or what's your approach?
Well, I mean, if they're not going to bed, I mean, I guess Trey's probably going to be right there with them.
Okay. So Darius, as you open it up, are you this is a thick journal. As you start to kind of like just quickly look through the pages, you can see there is a lot in here. Like this journaling has been going for a long time. Do you want to sit and start reading from page 1? You just gonna pick a random page? What's the play? You just gonna dedicate?
I think
some
I would
time to
start
read-
at page 1, but I would like skim, right? Like I'm looking for the events, I guess, leading up to, and then the event, and then kind of anything that came after that, like stuff that he's written about his dreams and like his companions.
Okay.
I am willing to take a point of exhaustion. I mean, I don't even know if I would get one at this point until later in the day, but like I don't necessarily need to sleep yet.
Okay, so you're gonna you basically are gonna dedicate your time to sit and read through all this.
Yeah.
Okay. The other Trey and Jak, are you dedicating the same amount of time to go through this, or are you guys gonna sit there for a little bit, or what are you guys planning on doing?
Yeah, Trey's probably going to kind of come in and out of it a little bit. He's going to... His primary purpose is to be watching over the camp and make sure nothing bad's happening. And so I think he'll make rounds and check in every once in a while. Like at the very beginning, maybe he was parsing the information for a bit, but then, things probably start to get stale. He'll get up and walk around for a bit, be gone for a few minutes, and come back to check in. And every now and then he'll like dedicate like 30 good seconds to just like staring at the pages before he moves on to the camp again.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, Darius opens it up, and just from page 1, and you're gonna spend some time reading through this, and we'll figure out how much time that will take. But day 1, as soon as you flip it open, you'll see it says first impressions. Well, it finally happened. My journal was lost, so here I sit with a new one, gifted from a new friend. They took me in faster than I thought they would. I still don't understand why. Ruthaler says every company needs a chronicler. Someone to observe, to remember, to document. Try to believe that's why I'm here. This starts off. And Darius starts reading down the rest of the page, as he will when he returns. Trey, yeah, you start kind of like looking outside, kind of doing circles, taking in the perimeter. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
That'd be a 26.
Awesome. Amazing. Yeah, so you kind of do your usual kind of routines, your sequence kind of patterns. You cover as most area efficiently as possible. You do see that Elion, and you can tell it is Elion even with the magical dome that's being created, and by the presence of Reen. You can see that he is a little bit east of the camp, towards the roads. You kind of get him locked in. You can see that Reen is watching over. And as you go around, you don't see anything that you hear some wolves howling way to the east. You can tell distance-wise, it's not something that's remotely close to your camp. You can tell it's not a hunting howl. You can tell the difference between these different vocal tones. So yeah, you feel pretty safe with how the camp is set up and what's going on around it right now. So you feel your watch pretty safe. Yeah, Darius, now that you're back, so kind of reading through that first page, you'll pretty much get to, decide sort of what page you're turning to, what Jak sees, kind of thing. You're in control of this book. If you wish to just go as, again, page at a time, it's up to you. But if you're going to read the entire thing,
I definitely can't. I am a very slow reader, so
just in general. So yeah, we'll say, reading through it, it'll probably take you about 2 hours, I would say, to get through the
whole
entire
book?
journal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's easy. And then I'll get whatever sleep I can after that.
Okay. So as the day one started, I will, for the sake of context, go to the points that you wanted to go to. You wanted kind of the day one, and then you wanted to go to the event, right? So if you go through the journal, day 77 says the night before. Kira found what she believes is the entrance, right beneath old roots and ruin near the river mouth. We'll leave at dawn. I wonder what'll happen after. Do we hand the pendant over? Does our contract end? What then? Kira talks about heading east. Says there's a bounty on her and she needs to vanish for a while. Riven wants to see the sea again. Thought I might ask if I would stay with them. I don't think I'm meant to travel alone. Plus, Riven has taught me so much now. I hate to stop. He says my connection to the weave is stronger than he expected. Been capable of much more, with patience and patience. I was very reluctant to start his teachings, but now I have to admit, now I hate to stop. And Kira, I think about her more lately. The way her eyes soften when she thinks no one's looking. I doubt she feels anything for me. Not like that. But she gave me a smile this morning. It didn't feel sharp. That has to mean something. I feel hopeful. The kind of hopeful that aches. Then the next page. Says day, question mark, question mark.
What is that white stuff on the page, man?
It's ripped. There is blood. What Darius and Jak and Trey are seeing is this page has blood scattered all over it. A tear in the page. The edge is ragged. It says day, question mark, ... after. I remember fire, screaming smoke. I remember Thalor's shield shattered at his feet. I remember the scent of burnt leather and scorched blood. I remember flashes, just flashes of a figure, a man. No, a beast, hulking, broad. Two great blades, cackling with red fury. Fury in its voice, his laugh, skin tattooed, soaked in blood. Fixated on the pendant, Thalor grabbed me, bleeding, his eyes wild. He showed me the pendant, shoved it into my hands, and yelled one word. Run. I didn't want to, but I ran. Kira was behind me. Her scream still echoes. Riven tried to cover us, then he was gone, just gone. The thing cut through them like parchment. The pendant hummed. It pulled me, guided my steps as I tripped and fled into the forest, soaked in blood and ash. My hands trembled, my vision blurred. I could still hear it. The monster taunting me, his words like thudding around me like mallets. I don't remember how I got away, only that I did, and I hate myself for it. You can continue to read and gain that knowledge during your before you start your rest. I'm not going to read through the whole journal. Jay, you have access to it.
Yeah, I'm reading through it.
Yeah. Trey, every now and again, popping in. You catch kind of little pieces of this as you're going through it. Jak, I'm assuming you're locked in on.
Yeah, Jak's not leaving Darius' side. He's trying to soak everything up.
Okay.
He's very fluent in multiple languages and reading and writing, so he is all about it.
Okay, so you now have access to the journal as well.
Hooray!
So yeah, you
Feel
guys
so
can...
violated.
Yeah.
Passing me around like a bag of Oreos.
Hey, I have Oreos.
Ah, great. Okay, so yeah, so we'll pretend this. So Trey, the rest of your watch continues uninterrupted. Mastos, go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Ooh, let me get my dice out of my bag. That is 6 plus 8, 14.
14. Okay. Yeah, you fall asleep and you have a dreamless sleep. It's peaceful.
Oh,
It's quiet. Uninterrupted. You're pretty sure that this is probably the most peaceful rest that the entire group has had. So after some time, Darius, Jak, you guys finish up reading the book and bed down for the night, I'm assuming. You wish to have any conversation about the book?
I mean, probably, but I would need to read more in order to know. But based off what we read, it's really what he's told us. So I can't tell you right now.
So yeah, you guys can go through it. The key points that would really jump out, obviously, is the day.
Yeah, I think
That happened.
another thing I'm trying to find is because I thought they got the pendant at that point,
Mhm.
but it sounds like they had it before.
Mhm.
So
What do you
I'm
mean?
reading? Well, because it said what was it? We go tomorrow. Kira found we believe in the entrance. We'll leave at dawn. I wonder what happens after. Do we hand the pendant over?
We
There's
don't
a
have the
contract
pendant
in-
at that point.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
It
the
was
day
the day
before.
before acquiring it.
Okay. I thought it was like we had it, and then it was like this was something else that you were going to do.
No.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So
yeah.
it briefly kind of corroborates what he's been saying.
Yep.
And there's other details you can flesh into it when you have more time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll
so-
read it before next week. We'll just say that like Darius kind of closes the book and goes, "Well, that's a lot to digest. I think we should get some rest. Maybe we discuss tomorrow." Jack.
That's fine. Sorry, I was reading too. That's fine, but I don't think we should openly discuss it in front of Elion.
Ray of Mastos. Oh, well, I mean, fair. I do think we need to talk him into the dream. Because if he actually doesn't remember what happened, then perhaps the dream will fill in some blanks for him. If
Maybe
we end up back there.
Maybe if he's dreaming about them, they're trying to cue him into it.
Or maybe that pendant isn't good.
It is possible. And if it's messing with their minds, then maybe we should have kept that ring instead of me giving it to Slacknip.
You know, hindsight and all that.
Yeah.
Did Elion tell us that they said 4 more?
He told
I don't
Jak.
think he did.
He told Jak.
Okay. So I wouldn't bring that up then. Is that in your journal anywhere?
It's so you will see it's not physically there. You will see a page from.
Should be up to date now.
Okay, there you go. Refresh.
Should be up to 123.
Oh, thanks for viewing. Okay. Refresh. Nope. Restart. Nope.
I'll get you to the key point. There was, you can see following the days and tracking.
Well, you should be able to read it actually, because it should be written in the book. If he goes through the pages that aren't written on.
There we go. I got it now.
Oh, okay.
I had to like close it and open it again. Refresh didn't work. That's weird. So it says it in here. It says the 4 more thing.
It was
there's a lot of
wasn't it
writing.
not written in my book?
Yeah, I thought
No.
a page actually had like 4 more written in it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking the GM.
Oh.
Didn't they write that in my book? Would that be visible or would that have disappeared?
So, yeah. So the only 4 more was visible, and in your reply, 4 more what? And then that's what you would see.
I thought they replied we could use them or something.
No,
No.
that was in a dream. That wasn't written,
Okay.
and I haven't written that down.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I just again, I don't. It's hard to.
Yeah, piece
Yep.
out what you heard and what you did.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'll just see the 4 more, and I would mention that to Jak. Like, what 4 more? What?
You would probably notice that it's not written in my same handwriting.
Yeah.
Because didn't it say 4 more and then he said 4 more what?
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
2 different handwriting.
Yeah.
So Jak would be like, yeah, that's what it says there.
No, but look, he said that he wasn't standing over Trey. He doesn't know how he got there. Something else is writing in his book. Now, I suggested that he was possessed. He told me that was not the case, and he could have just been enacting his dream. But these are 2 distinctly different handwriting. Now, unless he has something that's following him that we don't see, I'm really leaning on the thing that something is possessing him.
Can't you ask your dad what that necklace was? He sent them out for it, right?
Magnus isn't exactly the most forthcoming when it comes to information. There's some item. Wait, what did he say when I mentioned the Nolmac? Because again, I got to separate what I know from what he told me.
The Nulmac?
Yeah. I know. Did I say the Nolmac? Did I actually
Yeah,
use the name?
you said,
Yeah.
have you heard of the Nulmac? And he looked down at this spherical.
Oh, but I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm sure I think the DM said he patted his side when he did it.
Like
he
I
looked
just
down at it.
It was a
But
metal
I-
sphere down there, and he's like, yes, I've heard of it.
You know. But I did my own little check to see if I would have picked up on it or not, and I failed. So I kept that as a failure. I didn't actually notice it.
Okay.
But yeah, like, and anytime I've asked him about anything, he's vague. He doesn't go into detail. And maybe that's a strategy. I don't know. But he didn't give me much information on the necklace either. He just said he wanted to talk to Elion about it. And
Well,
Hmm?
Sounds like we need to speed that up.
Well, I mean, I can send him another message if you want. I can't exactly make him. Oh no, I probably can't. The last time I messaged him, he sounded like he was in horrible pain.
Well, that could have been the time to jump him, but
What do you mean jump him? Do you know where he is?
no.
So how would we jump him, Jak? Please.
You could have told him
in
to meet
combat.
us. You could have told him to meet us. Set a trap, easy stuff. Stuff I did all the time.
I don't. Okay, when I call him, he doesn't just appear next to me.
I
Yes.
assume not. I know you can talk to people over long distances.
Right. So
Regardless,
when I say, hey, I,
I
want
think-
to talk to you, he's not going to show up weak.
Okay, yeah. Well, regardless, I think we should speed up this process of Magnus and Elion meeting.
I will cast sending right now. You see him roll his eyes, and then immediately, that's not going to work. I'm in the dome.
That's, I was
Yeah,
just
maybe
gonna-
He sees him like lean back, rolling his eyes. Jak puts his hand on his shoulder. It's okay. We can do it in the morning. It doesn't have to be right now.
What? No, it does, because if I do it in the morning, then I'm wasting power. One more
we still have
time,
a
and
whole
I
day.
will drop the dome again.
We have a whole day tomorrow. of
Trey, as you're
travel.
doing your sweeps, you immediately notice the dome drop.
Yeah, you're gonna. I think that you're actually gonna see. Yeah, I guess it depends on where Trey would be. If the Trey drops, I like to think that with the quickness, Trey's gonna be right there beside you guys, and he's gonna have the rapier out and just be right there. And he's probably gonna be. Go ahead.
Hello.
She just comes to a skidding stop in the dirt.
You see Jack's hand on Darius's shoulder as they're just like sitting down, like it's okay, it's okay.
I just wasn't prepared for that dome to drop. I don't know what to expect about all this. If that book's doing some spooky shit, I want it gone.
It's not being spooky.
He wants me to try and contact my father, but I can't do it inside the dome, and I can't leave the dome because if I go out of the dome because I cast it, the dome will disappear.
But I said to do it tomorrow because we have a whole day's journey, and what's the
But if I do it
likelihood of us
tomorrow,
getting
then I'm
jumped
tapping
by-
into my power. So
and
I
he's
figured I
worried
might as well do
about
it tonight.
preserving himself.
Shing. I trust you, Darius. You're gonna do what's right.
You might be the first, second, and he looks at Jack, person that's ever said that to me.
What if your dad's asleep right now?
I don't give a shit. He experimented on me as a child.
Yeah.
You
but
think
what
I
if
care about waking him up?
Do you hear it if you're asleep?
I don't know.
Send Mastos a message.
Okay, no, I can't just I have a limited amount of them.
But if you're gonna use all your power tonight, so you're good in the morning, then why not?
Because I don't have that much fire.
Isn't it the morning already?
It's morning. Yeah. Well, it's early hours. So
it's not daylight, right?
Or two. Well, no, it's like it's about 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Well, didn't you spend all night reading?
2 hours. He said.
2
Oh,
hours.
2 hours. Right. Really, only 2 hours to get through that whole book?
Darius
Yeah,
is a fast
2
reader.
hours.
I am not.
Jack's a faster reader than Darius.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jack's
she's
having a
sitting
real
there
hard
like,
time
"Come
trying to
on."
keep up. Darius is turning the page. Jack's like, oh wait,
All right.
Wait, is that a picture of Data?
I am going to. Isn't it the picture he gave you?
No. Well, yeah, the one of them that's in there, but there was
All
the
right, so
picture. of Data.
anyways.
Darius is going to cast sending.
Okay.
Hello,
Mastos?
Magnus. To Magnus.
To Mastos.
To Mastos?
Does it?
Hello, Magnus. It's me. You sounded. Hello, Magnus. It's me. You sounded in pain last time. Can we meet sooner than later? I know you're busy. Kind of urgent. Please. Thanks.
Did you send one?
Yeah, that's it. That was 25
To
words.
Mastos.
Did you mention that we need to meet Elion, or he needs to meet Elion?
He already knows that.
Did you tell him that's what it was for?
I didn't have enough. I can only put so many words in that message.
Can you send him another one?
I'm going to slap you in a minute.
After he sends his next message.
After he
Yeah, but-
sends a second.
Well,
one.
I don't want to burn the spell slot in case I need to reply to what he says.
The 30 to 40 seconds kind of goes by. Very must be of utmost importance. If I need to come now, Darius, it must be life or death. Or I can
Okay, he's-
send someone else.
He's saying it has to be life or death that he can send someone else.
Doesn't sound like it's life or death right now, so
So send someone else?
I would just say we'll wait till he's ready.
Then why did I have to send the message?
You're the one who dropped the dome. I was saying we should just speed the process up.
You just see a vein in Darius's forehead.
Pulsing.
I will reply. I'm sorry, Jack's an idiot. Sorry, Jack's an idiot. Regarding, it was the Seeker's Eye, is what it is?
The sinking eye.
Sinking Eye, yeah, sorry. Sinking Eye. Weird shit happening. Potentially in danger, can't sleep in same vicinity as Elion. You decide. Life, death. Gone.
So dramatic.
A little bit of time goes by. Yeah. Sinking eye does not contain power of harm whatsoever. If he's attacking, it's not dependent. That's it.
I said that the sinking eye does not contain the power to harm, and if he's attacking, it's not dependent.
It's not dependent, or it's not the pendant.
The pendant.
Okay, just making sure.
I said
Okay.
dependent, but I meant dependent.
Okay, well. There's
I
our
don't know if
answer.
that I don't know if that's better or worse.
Well, now he knows about it. Did
Uh-huh.
you ask me if he feels okay now?
No. Again, limited words, and I'm not doing it again. We don't really have casual conversations.
Okay.
You know he's not like my blood father, right? He abducted me as a child.
You called him dad for a little bit, so that's
Because I
just-
thought he was my dad, and then he told me he wasn't. And that's when I learned that he abducted me.
Well,
Well,
when
I
I
also-
meet him and he introduces himself as Mr. Magnus and not your dad, I'll probably switch it up. But for now, Dad's what's the
No,
easiest for me to remember.
Just call him Magnus. You know him as Magnus.
I've never met him.
So, I'm not saying call him... Okay, fine. Call him Mr. Silverstrum if that makes you feel better. And yes, I realize that's my last name. I don't know what my real last name is. I'm still waiting for my mother to get here to fill me in on those basics.
Okay. As your leader, you're doing a good job. As your bodyguard, can you not be so mean to me?
I'm not being mean.
Can you put the dome back up? I want to go back to bed.
Well, now it's going to take me time, and I have to start carving the runes in the ground again.
You see just Jak just lay back on the floor on his mat, whatever it's called. Bag.
Okay.
Thing.
All right. Trey, do you want to do anything while they're having this back and forth?
I think Trey is just sort of watching and just he's not trying to shake his head, and he's just sort of thinking to himself like, man, what am I getting into? And as the ritual starts coming out, I think Trey, having experienced like a couple domes now, I think he's starting to understand like the vicinity he can remain within, and he'll stay within the dome, but still be looking out, keeping guard.
It's actually easier when I'm actually doing the ritual cast because I actually carved the runes the full distance of the dome.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so Dome reapparates again.
Yay! 3 times in one night.
But only one spell slot.
All right, well.
Do you want this so you can talk to her?
What are you showing me?
The ring. Sorry. I guess.
Oh. I think one good night doesn't mean I'm ready, so I don't know how long it'll be.
Okay. In that case, and then same thing. You see him kind of like blink almost, but he stays in place. And then I charge it with a dimension door.
Okay. Yeah, Trey, you see this strange magic coming out of Darius's hand, and it's almost like the ring on his finger is almost like pulling and sucking the magic in. As you see these kind of little runes light up on the ring.
Cool.
All right.
I mean, yeah, in terms of like what you see happen to Darius, it almost looks like he teleports. Like he literally it almost looks like multiple versions of him around himself, and then he stays in place. So just it's like a, and then the ring does the charge up.
Perfect.
I
You
forgot
guys
he
had-
hasn't seen it before, so I had to re-explain it.
So you guys heading back down. Trey kind of keeping watch. Mastos with his natural one on his perception disadvantage, still sleeping soundly. Elion, you just went to sleep when you went in your dome, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have stayed up a little bit just out of sheer anxiety, but yeah, I would have probably eventually dozed off.
Okay. So, Trey, as you're keeping an eye, you see the sun has creeped up on you. It's 6 a.m. now. You look around, you see Darius and Jak still sleeping. What do you wish to do?
I think Trey is going to step outside the dome for just a bit. He's going to, maybe with the sunlight, travel just a little bit farther. Not much, just a little bit farther out. Maybe look down the road a bit, see if there's anybody coming down the road, going up the road. Maybe listen to see if anyone, like nearby farms are waking up at the rooster's call and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah.
Not traveling very far, but just...
Yeah, keeping close and observing the area. Yeah, as soon as you kind of come outside the dome and start to walk, Mastos.
Yes.
You hear some footsteps and you kind of blink and the sun is rising. You look over and you can see Trey leaving the dome. By the way, you had slept down with Oaken Shadow holding your staff.
Awesome.
Don't provoke him.
Do it.
You provoked me.
Do it. Provoke my
So you
staff.
see Trey leaving the dome. You wish to do anything?
Go back to sleep.
Okay. You see him, and you close your eyes, and one of your many talents and skills is being able to fall asleep almost immediately.
Just poof, like this.
Trey, go ahead and roll perception for me. I'm assuming at advantage. With your shield.
That'd be a 26.
Clint? Yeah, as you kind of scour, you get a little bit of height as well, just to check the road. Being the road really straight, you can get a good view. It looks like far to the west, the direction you'd be traveling. It does look like you can see movement on the road. Very far away, almost looks like a black dot to you, but you can definitely see something moving on the road. Very far away, very slow.
Okay. Stuff on the road probably isn't going to be a huge deal if it's that far away. I think Trey will clock it and he'll check it back in on it maybe, in a few minutes or something to see if it gets closer. But for the most part, he's not super concerned about something like that. So he's just, going to keep probing, keep an eye out.
Perfect. Yeah, you keep a keen eye looking around. You do see some wildlife and such, but everything quite peaceful where you guys are. Elion, you would wake up first. You cannot blink your eyes. You can see that it is morning. You can hear the birds chirping.
Out of habit, I'll kind of roll to reach into where I normally stuff my book when I'm sleeping, which is usually under me, and I'll kind of asleep, kind of reach for it, can't find it. I'll go to my bag and I'll slowly start to wake up as I kind of start to panic a little bit, and I'm frantically searching. And then it kind of just comes over me again. I start to remember the events of the previous night, and I know exactly where the book is. And I just kind of I feel the anxiety rising, but I try to bottle it up. And I just grip the pendant, and I'm just gonna whisper, I hope this helps us. And I'm gonna walk out of the hut.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk out of the hut, it just kind of breaks away from behind you as you exit it. And you see Reen kind of just tilt her head and look at you, and she kind of almost gives a little shake, like she's shaking some dew off. And then she kind of just trots over beside you, kind of just turns about 5 feet from you and kind of just walks beside you.
I will kind of look at her, and I pause for a moment, and I kind of, gather my words, and it takes me a moment. Then I'll say in Draconic, "Good morning, Reen. Thank you for keeping an eye."
Of course, we're all family. And she rubs her head against your leg.
And I'll just kind of pet her a little bit. And then I'll say back, well, I wouldn't say that yet. Let's see how our friends are doing. And then I'll look over to Moonshadow and nod. You okay, Moonshadow? Gotcha. I'll flicker my last good berry.
Slurps it down.
And then I'll head over to where their hut was last time.
Okay. Yeah, you walk over, you see that the hut is still up. You catch Trey kind of coming from one of his circles. He's about 20 feet ahead of you, about 20 feet away from the hut. You can see Mastos still asleep for some reason down by his horse. But you definitely clock Trey. Trey, you clock Elion walking back towards the hut with Reed.
I'll just kind of put up a hand and head towards the hut.
Might as well just let you know right off a rip. That book you left behind, guys read through it. I read a bit. Just thought you should know.
Oh, well. I mean, for someone so untrusting, sure, easy enough to, no offense, but trust our newest member with my book. It's a weird bunch, they are. They pick and choose their trust at a moment's notice, apparently. And I'll
Well,
just
I think they're
continue
just trying
on.
to help.
Were you saying, Trey?
I think they're just trying to help, lad.
I'll nod at it, but continue on into the. There's like, you can kind of see there's a little bit of I wouldn't say maybe borderline jealousy that they seem to have taken to Trey, who's the newest stranger to the group, without any questioning. And yet, with everything we've been through already in such a short time, I feel like I've taken about 5 steps backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know if you picked all that up on a look, but inner monologue.
Yeah, as you approach the dome and go to walk in to get your book or talk to them, and you realize you kind of hit it, and you realize that you can't go through the dome.
Right. Hello?
Darius and Jak, you both hear you both hear this hello from the other side of the dome.
And you will see your book with my hand pop out of the dome.
Thank you. I will take it.
When
Can I walk into the dome now that, like,
No.
if I'm holding that book?
I can't grant access to people.
Oh, okay. So even
When-
though it's like the dome's been temporarily broken,
Oh.
there's no like pass through there.
I mean, unless you can somehow
not broken,
like,
it's-
wither
it's-
down my skin.
I go inside, Darius.
You know, like when a force field has been disrupted temporarily, you can pass through it.
No, unfortunately.
they do that in Star Wars to defeat droidicas with
That's cool. What are you doing, Elion?
I'll
when
just take my book.
when the book is passed off, Jak would get up probably faster and just step out of the dome towards Elion. We did go through your journal, and you've been through a lot. And I can't say I understand how you feel, because from what I read, I've never experienced that. So,
Oh,
in spirit of somebody. And Jak won't say anything else, but he will oddly and uncomfortably try to give Elion a hug.
Just as awkwardly, I will try to mimic what a hug back would be like.
Yeah. And
I definitely hold on longer than is comfortable.
okay, that's great. Because Jak was gonna like go super early because he doesn't like doing this, but as he feels the hold, he's just like, and
Right.
And
It's
you
gonna
just
be-
hear, okay, and then the dome kind of.
as soon as that dome like cracks, he backs away as fast as he can, even though he knows you can see through the dome.
And like my grip was like, it almost like knocks me front forward because I'm still kind of trying to hold on.
You know I can see you, right? Like I know what you did. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it was a kind thing for you to do.
Well, and good. And Jak kind of like pats Elion on the shoulder and looks at him and looks to Darius, and if Trey's nearby, he'll look to Trey. Today may be awkward, but
Look, Elion, I'm sorry that I got so upset. You have to understand. In the last, how long has this adventure been for him? For me?
Darius has been 24 days.
In the last 3 weeks, I have learned that my mother isn't my real mother. That my father was a psychopath. And then turns out that he wasn't actually my father. He abducted me as a child, did experiments on me, and then left me to the world, to my fake mother. My memories must have been altered because I don't remember the other mother. So, thanks, Vic. I'm having trouble trusting. It took me a long time to trust him, and he nods towards Jak.
it took me a long time to like him.
Yeah, well, that's a first, trust me.
Hmm.
Well, maybe not for men. But I wanted to trust you. I was trying to trust you. And when I woke up to that, it was extremely jarring. And you were in what I consider one of my safest spaces. And you were doing, I don't know what you were doing. Now, I wasn't trying to tell you to go away. I just didn't want you in my safe space while I was sleeping.
I mean, it's fair. I've been forthcoming with everything, and I feel like the more I share, the more I'm pushed back. It feels like the more time I spend here, the less trust I gain. And not that I need to gain your trust. If it's not meant to work out, then it's fine. I was never meant to be here. But
Well, you obviously were, or you wouldn't be here.
my point is, I don't want to overstay, and I don't want to cause any disruption to your lives. You have so much going on already. I can't give you answers that you want because I don't have them myself, and that's what I need help with, is to figure it out. But I can't.
Well, I have 2 suggestions on that. I don't think you're going to like either of them. But I won't force anything on you. The first, how close are you to me? Like how
Probably be
close?
about-
He was right beside the dome, right? So I'd be like
Yeah,
right
it's
beside
probably
him.
like 5-10 feet.
So he's like the first, and he taps on your helmet. Let me use that, and I can see if I can dive into your thoughts. And then the second is if we ever end up back in that dreamscape, we go to your island next. If you want answers, that's the best way to get them.
Right. Jak? You decide. I
No.
will do what...
This has to be your choice. We're not going to force anything on you. If you don't want to do either, well, you're not going to get your answers. But you need to take a step forward in one direction or another.
Right. And I take a second, and then slowly the helmet apparates around my head as I lift it off.
I forgot how creepy that thing was.
And I will turn it, and I will...
Whomever you want.
think
I'm not.
for a moment.
As you know, you're starting to lift this off, Trey. You see this sort of monocle, almost that Elion has, start to kind of shift almost, and you see this visage of this helmet kind of apparate as he lifts it off, and it almost looks like textured, not flesh as such, but almost like brain matter, almost across the top of this thing with metal kind of strappings as he kind of peels it off.
A vaguely Frankensteinian brain bucket.
I will,
Steampunk Frankenstein, basically.
yeah, I'll reach out, and I will place it in front of Darius.
All right. Well, it is an attunement item, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to need to spend some time with this to lock in with it, but I can do that while we travel, I guess. I'll try to.
Well, wouldn't mind an hour to write in my journal.
Yeah, that works for me.
Does that bother anyone else?
Mastos, you hear Elion say the words, "Does that bother anyone else?"
And then all you hear from Mastos is.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Mastos go crazy.
Okay. And Darius turns to Jak one more time. He's like, "Are you sure?" And he points to the ring. I've got to take something off to put this on, so...
Do you have to attune to the ring?
Yes.
Do I know about this ring?
You've seen me use it.
Have I? Do I know that's what you're doing?
I don't think you've mentioned. I think you said, "Oh, my dad gave me this ring, or Magnus gave me this ring," but I don't think you've really explained exactly.
No,
what
but
it
there have been
is.
times where I've used it to cast spells, and I've
Yeah.
said I rubbed the ring to...
Yeah, so you know he's got a
Sure.
magic ring of sorts. I don't think you would know
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
Right.
You see Jak kind of look down at the ground for a minute and then look back up. I guess I can say something to her.
All right, I will cast Sending into the ring.
You feel the magic of the dimension door dissipate as you put sending.
Actually, just so it doesn't dissipate, I'm going to teleport behind Jak.
Jak said he would say something to her.
I know, but if
Oh.
I cast Sending into it, it will erase Dimension Door, so I can use Dimension Door and then put Sending into it.
Gotcha.
All right,
'Cause
yeah.
it can only hold up to a level 5.
Yeah.
So because Dimension Door is a level 4, that's all I can put in it. Or that and a level 1, but... Yeah, so I will cast Sending into it. Did we get a long rest, by the way? You didn't actually cut off.
Yes.
Okay.
Although you
'Cause
stayed
that was-
up reading for some of it, you guys did want to go a little bit later for waking up, so we will allow that to happen.
Okay, so that would have changed everything.
Because both of your domes were cast like halfway through the night, which would enable you for that safety for that extra time. So
Yeah. All right, so I'll burn one of my little 3 spell slots, and then I will hand Jak the ring, and then I will put the helmet on.
okay,
And I guess Jak will put the ring on.
Elion.
I will sit on what was my area and pull out my journal, and I'll kind of go through it, make sure nothing's missing, but start journaling a bit.
Okay, and Trey.
Just so you know, Luke, I put the ring of spell storing in the party inventory.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think Trey seeing that a lot of the hard feelings have dissipated in the sleep, and that the guys are building bridges and trying to do the right things. I think Trey's gonna feel pretty relieved. And seeing that the camp's slowly starting to pull itself together, I think Trey's gonna go and, pick up his bedroll, get all his stuff together, and let the guys get up at their own rate.
Okay. Yeah, so Trey starts kind of getting things kind of tidied up and structured a bit for the morning to start. As Mastos takes another nap, an hour nap. As Jak, Darius, and Elion kind of almost sit in a circle where the dome was before, focusing in on these magical items, and Elion documenting his feelings and what happened on the previous night. As we prepare for Darius to enter and potentially probe Elion's mind, memories, feelings, what has happened before, and hopefully answer some questions that he doesn't even have the answers to. And we'll do that next week. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Those of you who watch, we appreciate y'all. See you back next Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST. Have a good one.
See ya.